Good evening and welcome to the just very special edition of Schlag and Star. They we said no pseudo audience. That's not quite true. There's some cardboard cutouts um,
Amazing.
in the audience. That's brilliant. Hello everyone. Hello viewers. Hello Olga, Matt. Hello Scott. Hello Scott's here. Hello Peter. Hope you can hear us all right. Already joining us in the chat is, as ever, Scott Rux
Hello, good evening, and remain indoors.
and Daniel Peake.
Hello, how are you?
I'm all right. And we joined Dave Booker later. If you want to join us, if you go to bothersbar.co.uk, there's a direct link to our server. Wherever Mike can come along. Now, this is
Elton already appears to be checking his phone. Why? Why is he doing this? Sorry, carry on.
Hi, William. Now, tonight is going to be a very unusual night because of the coronavirus. They can't do a studio audience. They can't go outside. Presumably, they can't. Hey, Matt Kempson. Presuming they can't do the any sort of body contact sport games. He's apparently thanks Matt. He's calling Kathy Humbles, who was supposed to appear, had to drop out in the last week. Has been replaced as a contestant tonight. Peter Scandrick, I'd have thought going outside would have been okay. Apparently, in Cologne, it's a local law that you can't film television outside at the moment. So there you go.
Yeah, for your Brig. So your stream audio, your stream mic is something weird.
Right. Is it still odd?
Yeah,
Right. Let me see if I can do something about that.
yeah. It's like I said on Discord, you're fine. I have one in each ear, and it's confusing.
Right. I cannot work out why that's happening. It might be something to do with the microphone. Let me plug in my headphones and see if there's
What microphone are you using for Discord? Because that should be the same as an XSplit.
yeah, cable output.
No, it shouldn't be cable output for your mic.
No, sorry. My mic is Xbox headset microphone.
In Discord?
In Discord, I have got input device voice me set aux output. Should it be aux output?
Yes. Set that to.
Yeah.
Set the input in the XSplit to the same thing, just for the sake of it.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Right, I can't change that. Why can't I change that? Audio settings. Oh, I can now. So system sound voice O output. No, I can't change that.
Sorry, guys. Okay.
I've a choice of system sound, but not input.
Can't add a separate mic on X.
Ooh. Sorry, everyone. This is very exciting.
Contestant number 1 is just coming onto the screen, so you've got plenty of time.
Oh, I've seen my.
And Nick has had a revelation.
Yeah, my microphone has changed. Why is that happening? Right.
Because Windows Updates likes to reassign them.
The microphone I've selected may already be capable of capturing speaker output, which might cause sound problems your broadcast.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. Okay. How's that? Is that better?
Oh, now you're mellifluous.
Oh, good. Hi, everyone.
What does that mean?
Good thing, I think.
Yes,
Well,
I have no idea what mellifluous means.
your stream is much better.
Okay. Well, I think what basically happened was it was capturing my microphone from my webcam.
Yes, it sounded like it was capturing microphone reading from your webcam all throughout game night. That was what was capturing.
Anyway, back to Schlag then Star. Now you've worked out some exciting technical faults.
Okay.
Oh.
Can you pull down your mic in this XSplit just because you're just a little hot now?
Better?
Yeah, perfect.
Excellent, good stuff.
just the way it goes.
Excellent. Well, it's a shame that we couldn't work it out during game night 2 weeks ago, but never mind. We learn these things as we go along. Yeah. Anyway, this is our first our replacement contestant, just a VT because she was only drafted in last minute.
Of course.
Yeah, those VTs take sort of days to put together, don't they?
Yeah. We've got lots of different action
I would have
shots.
loved if it was just a simple PowerPoint slide or something like that. Like, this is what we could do in 10 minutes.
And here's Daggy B, a YouTuber YouTube influencer.
All right. Let me get the.
Yeah, if you get a scoreboard up, Scott, I will.
Sure. Who are the contestants today? We have.
Begin shortly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're it's cheating, but I consider the everything before the start of game 1 as pre-stream.
It's pre-stream.
Fair
Yeah. We're just waiting for Scott to share his screen, and I shall.
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
that sorted.
Oh, cool. I saved all the numbers without destroying the original template. I have to move them.
Nice.
Who are our contestants today?
Daggy is the influencer, and I've already forgotten the name of replacement, Jasmine.
All right, Daggy and Jasmine. All right, let me put up something so that the audience can look at it and stream it. So.
Or Blumchen in Germany as her singing name, and Blossom as her name for anything that was released in English. I had listened to some of them. I couldn't recognise any of them. So they probably didn't trouble the charts much.
All right, I'm broadcasting. If you want to share that.
Yeah, I'm just getting your screen up now. That's excellent.
So I will put all this in the meantime. So
cool. I'll add the source.
Hey, you get what you pay for. This is the quality content that you've come here to see, and I'm glad that you're all with us. I really am.
This is a noob question from a noob. How do I see what you're broadcasting? All I've got is the text chat.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm now live, so you should be able to click on that.
I can join stream. Okay.
Yes, please. Mm-hmm. And you can broadcast as well if you want to do that. But...
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do I want to do that yet?
Yeah. To share you? No.
I'll do that later.
Yeah, in the lower left, you can see next to the hang up icon. There's a picture of a monitor with an arrow on it. That's how you'll share That's how you'll do it when it's your turn.
Hello and welcome to Technical Knowledge, the stream.
That should show. That should be a show, like a show where you have to fix the game show while it's live. Like you hand out question stacks.
The game show goes wrong. Yeah.
You replace the question stacks midway through. The questions are poorly written and you have to make decisions on the fly. Those physical challenges aren't quite set up the right way.
That feels like a number of House of Games challenges in there.
Did you see the Z list on the Champion of Champions edition?
No. Yes, I remember the name, but I can't actually remember what the challenge was.
So this is the Champion of Champions. Everyone's very good. The idea is that you get a pairs game. You get a question, and you have to come up with an answer that's correct. Whoever's is furthest along in the alphabet gets the point. And a bonus if you're the latest on. So, opening question is cities that have hosted Eurovision.
Oh, that's clever.
So, what would you go for cities that hosted Eurovision?
Zurich must have hosted it at some point. By the way, Scott, your screen keeps flickering between two different screens.
Oh, it shouldn't. Okay, I know it's streaming the wrong thing. My apologies. I'll fix it right now.
That's what I'm putting out.
Thank you very much. Fix that. It's just needs to app screens. Yeah, that's it. It's just on. It's streaming the application, which I'm actually fixing. It'll come back right now in a moment.
Cool. It's all right. No problem.
Thank you.
There you go. We're sorted.
Yep. Technical stuff. So, any other advance on Zurich? So the other questions were people who've won the U.S. Masters and books of the Old Testament. And what had happened was,
they're gone.
Both teams wrote down Zagreb, which is correct, and the latest there. Both teams wrote down Vijay Singh, which is correct, and the latest is Zach Johnson. And both teams wrote down Zechariah. The latest is Zephaniah. So both teams scored 4 points, making the round a complete waste of time.
Complete waste of time. Excellent stuff. That's what we like.
That's what you like. All right, so we're on 0 now.
Right, we are now pretty much ready. So I'm going to move to my luxury seating area.
The
sofa.
reclining position.
Oh,
yeah. But is your chair and sofa new today?
No.
Mine is. I have a snazzy red, white, and black chair. I see your chair and I raise it with mine. Oh yeah.
Nice.
But then you've got one chair balanced on another. You might fall off. Terrible.
It's okay. I don't have so far to fall.
Oh.
Welcome back, Dan. I missed you last stream.
What was I doing? I wasn't here, but I'm back. I'm glad I'm here.
Yeah, I'm glad to have you too, despite what we'll say later.
Game one started. I didn't see.
I'm enjoying the applause in the background from. It's very House of Games, isn't it?
The thing I've been picking up. I hadn't realised quite what they were doing.
Yeah. Oh, well, surely it's going to be a game involving spotting the members of the audience. It's
amazing.
You have to lean into
amazing. So this is the standard interview with the next of kin, which now can't be done in person. That's just wonderful. I'm surprised that they've only put a few celebs in the audience, because that could have been a whole game. Find this celeb in our audience.
Yeah.
But
wait, we can't do outdoor games. Maybe you spoiled game 5.
Now,
Thomas says he loves how they put it on a monitor a laptop rather than a monitor. Yeah, they could have been upscale and professional, but I like this. It's sort of, it's lovely.
Find the former Schlag host. Now I saw an advert for the Masked Singer earlier. Matthias Optenhovel, was he hosting that, or was he a guest now? I can't remember.
Oh, and we've got a view in the top right of the view from the laptop camera.
Yeah.
I love production. It's just wonderful.
Oh, Angela Merkel's in the crowd tonight.
Did she pay for a ticket though?
Well,
one side effect of the applause from the crew is that it all sounds a bit sarcastic.
I'm loving it so far.
The Pope! They've got the Pope!
What? Where?
Behind us. Oh, he might be a little behind me. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you're slightly ahead. But even so, that's wonderful. I'm loving the production in the top right as well. It's just.
Jason Cook says the most star-studded audience in Schlag history. And well,
yeah.
difficult to disagree with, really.
Good stuff. I am still struggling to find the right kind of stream, so I'm going to be quiet for a minute, but I'm enjoying watching what I can.
I'm having to refresh it all the time, sort of every 5 minutes.
Game 1 is Book Race.
Oh, the old back straighten your back thing with a book on your head.
Oh, okay, cool. It sounds like quite a lot of people struggling with the streaming tonight. Keep trying. I'm sure it'll work out eventually.
It's working very well for me, actually.
It's working fine for me as well, but I had to do I use ExpressVPN, and I had to go to a second Frankfurt server.
I'm normally a Tunnel Bear person, and they're not
used
happy
to-
right now. So
It
but
used to
it'll
be a
change.
Tunnel Bear version, but I got people. I think they got blacklisted for so many other people their servers. I thought, well, it's time to change me one. I think. Matt says, I guess it got high demand because obviously no one's out and about tonight. Of course.
True. Well, coming up later tonight, I have a quiz that will legitimately make you want to punch me. I am very much looking forward to it. I don't often say I'm proud of my work, but I am proud of this.
I'm impressed that it's this quiz that makes people want to punch you, and not anything else.
I'll take that as a compliment. It's something that needs you to tip you over the edge, I think.
Oh,
This is it. And I said that the first question had 46 words or something like that. It no longer does, because only because I moved it later in the stack, I changed which one is question 1. But it's still in there somewhere.
That camera angle makes the desk on the right look terribly sweet.
Aw, that is sweet.
oh, it's Daggy, not Demi. Scott. By the
Oh,
way.
sorry.
Thanks,
I'm copying from your website.
Oh, I copied that. I copied that from ProSieben. So in many ways. Right, so I've got 5 books of different sizes, and evidently they're going to bounce them on their head and race towards finish line to put the other side. I'm going to pump in canned audience at this point. Okay, I actually couldn't tell you right now which one is which. I was paying so much attention to try and get my audio sorted that that I'm completely confused when it comes
Blumchen
to.
has the dark hair, Daggy has the blonde hair.
Thank you.
They're moving all around.
Right, so it's not back and forth. It's 5 separate races.
So first to 3 then.
Oh, okay. The second one, they're balancing 2 on their head. What are they?
Oh, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, okay.
Well, we learned that Towers of Hanoi can be difficult.
I think now I love the Belgian mole so much, and it's just a real treat. Sorry, an amuse bouche to cleanse the palate every Sunday or Monday or whenever we watch it these days.
I think Natalia did blast episode quite quickly, so it's all Tuesday. I think they finished subbing it. It's more difficult in the Dutch one, because the Dutch one they just get the subtitle file and then translate it and correct it. But you have to do this one all by hand, I think. So.
Well, she did the first one so astonishingly quickly.
Very quickly.
It was amazing. So yeah, very grateful. Amazing.
Right, so 3 books on my head now. Hashtag Wir bleiben zu Hause. Presumably that's we're staying at home or something. Oh, it's close. Oh. Yeah, point to Jasmine, aka Blumchen, I think.
Hello.
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 Yes, I'm just still getting the hang of Discord.
No, that's fine.
It's all a brand new world.
You'll get used to it, I'm sure. So when you want to share your screen, you go to a little monitor down by in the bottom left. But you don't have to share a screen right now because.
Ooh, oh gosh, hang on. The login for ProSieben seems to be different.
Yeah, I didn't have to log in as well, actually, myself. That's weird. But I'm here.
Well, we're currently in VAR at the moment. We're currently analysing footage just to see who gets a point.
Oh, okay.
And if you noticed, David, there's a star-studded audience of cardboard cutouts.
I haven't got that far because I'm still logging in. How would we tell the difference? I would suggest.
Angela Merkel's in.
The Pope.
And the Pope.
Yep.
So
someone removed them from their heads too early.
Yes, the issue is they cannot take it off the head until they've crossed the line with both feet.
Pope Francis is a big fan of ringing the papal bull.
Gosh, clear the room after that one.
It looks like they're redoing the round. Which is unusual, but fair enough, I suppose.
15 more games.
Dropped it too early.
Right, it says I have post and I don't have post. So this is a bit weird. Oh dear. It would help if I got my email address right, wouldn't it?
Yes. And the first game goes to Daggy after Jasmine Blumchen. The books fell off halfway through.
Oh, that's what it is.
What?
The yellow and black stand they've got
It's
on the side.
hand sanitizer. I was
at work, we've got automatic dispensing hand sanitizers.
What they really need is hand sanitizer, like on their button, so when they buzz in for a question, it automatically dispenses a little glob onto the hands.
That'd be good, wouldn't it?
I mean, that would be perfectly over-engineered.
Game 2, Yeah? Really?
Which does mean hair. Is it going to be like a picture identifying round from people's hairdos?
Oh, could be.
Name that celebrity from their hair. Don't scare the. No, it's different.
Okay, I have pictures.
Didn't early Saturday Night Takeaway do share and share alike based on hairstyles?
Oh, I think they might have done actually. Yeah, that's a very old format point.
Possibly even Slap Bang, not Saturday Night Takeaway.
Yeah, I think you might be right there. Yes, the name of celebrity from the haircut.
It's a bit Jose
Elton.
Mourinho.
It'll be Elton. If this is the Bice Bill, it'll be Elton. Yep.
He's called it.
I looked up the obviously put a Schlag and Star sort of picture up when this comes around, and Elton's hair looks a bit different these days to how it used to. Surprisingly so, in fact. So look it up on bothersbar.co.uk. That was his promo shot from when he first started hosting this 2 years ago.
When did he do this first one? Must be 2 or 3 years now.
Yeah.
He almost knows what he's doing. Nothing will beat
just like you.
Thank you. Nothing will beat the time when he was dropping things on the floor to do the sound. That's Billie Eilish, by the way. And he did the walking down the stairs behind his podium, and also the elevator, which is just wonderful.
Yeah. By the way, Scott, not to be really irritating, but on television, Demi and Blumchen are the other way around on the scoreboard. Yeah, but you can keep it there if you like. It doesn't bother me especially, but
Oh, that's
Oh,
fun. I
is-
just now have pictures, so
Is
I'm
that
now actually-
Jurgen Klopp?
I think
That
that's
sort of.
Bart from Dumont.
Could be. It could be Leonardo DiCaprio for all I know.
I
He's
am
got shorter hair these
rubbish
days.
at picture quizzes.
Well, is it current?
Well, if we're going to go for like 1980s,
Oh, also very
pictures.
plausible.
What? Looks like Angela Merkel. I'm probably way
No.
behind because I'm struggling a bit.
That's not.
I know
Angela Merkel. It's Klopp.
It could be.
Well done.
I will take my point and run with it.
Shouldn't run with scissors.
Oh well, Matt says Elton's been hosting since 2016. It feels like less than that, but it's been a while now.
That's over 3 years, almost
Yeah.
4.
That is Sarah Cox.
So the good news is that I have picture. Bad news that I am just now starting the book challenge.
Oh no!
I shall continue to work.
Spoilers.
It was Heidi Klum, by the way.
Ah.
Trump.
I haven't got to Trump yet, but I look
I
forward
mean, it
to
was
it.
a massive refresh during the break. Yeah, it's very obviously Trump.
Ugh.
We're about to go to a break now, I think. No, we're not. I took the scores off for a second. Who is that? Imagine being the person having to very, very carefully cut the.
Could it be one of the
magic.
Gallaghers?
No, it's not. It's it was president of the Christian Democratic Union, one-time president. That is that's not Lady Gaga, is it? No, it's the other one.
Sia?
Sia. It is Lady Gaga, like I said.
Who is it who did the Super Bowl halftime this year? That wasn't Gaga, was it? That was
No, was it Maroon 5? Was it last year?
Beyonce and
Beyonce was last year, wasn't it?
Shakira.
Oh, was it this year? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it. The Super Bowl passed me by this year. We're expecting
that's,
Rita Ora, by the way.
Paul McCartney there.
Greta Thunberg.
Greta Thunberg was in Bristol recently.
I
She's
think
in
you'll
the
find
audience
she's in
next
the
to one of the
audience
laptops.
tonight, yeah. It is Greta Thunberg.
It must be so difficult to keep those strands of hair across the face.
Wow. Like I said, someone must have gone into Photoshop and used a free-handed selection.
Now, content-aware selection is actually really good now.
Oh, really?
Wow, I am really struggling with
I got ProSieben regular stream to work.
Yeah, I'm using WinScribe. I have a feeling that,
Ditto.
are you having problems or not?
Yeah, I'm having to refresh fairly often. I haven't had to in the past 10 minutes. I think eventually it'll settle down, but just keep with it.
Yeah, every time you refresh it, it has to be an advert, though.
Yeah, it is very annoying.
Meanwhile, having a chat on the monitors with Digi supporters.
Yep. Yeah. Holger Matt's all correct. Yeah, this was J-Lo and Shakira.
That's why we love having you. A lot of people got issues with WinScribe this evening. Not much we can do there about that, unfortunately.
Yeah, mine just went down as well. Who won that game?
Deggy.
Thank you very much. 3-0. And who was the replacement? Who was the last-minute stand-in?
Blumchen is Jasmine, who's a stand-in for Kathy Hummels,
okay.
Because
I wouldn't want it to be a wipeout, because and from the person who got drafted in last minute.
Game 3 appears to be Frauenfootball, women's football. Now, this is going to be interesting, because you would have thought they'd have to keep away from each other. Whereas, especially one-on-one, it tends to be pretty body contact.
Intensely personal, yeah.
Yeah. So, we'll see how they're going to deal with that. Jasmine is 15 years older. Thanks, Matt. 15 years extra experience, but no good of hair. Oh, perhaps they're going to get play in hazmat suits. That'd be interesting. You've got a car. You can win. It's got sat nav and everything.
20 Celsius inside the car seems a little cold.
I think that's fine.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm joining you on the voice chat during the break.
Cool.
Hello, thank you,
Thomas.
You can win 100,000 euros or a beautiful lip gloss.
Now, it has to be said, you've got women in store. We've had a game about hair, and you can win lip gloss as a competition. It's a bit sexist.
But also, the first game is supposedly something they do in those colleges for young ladies.
Yeah. Prep school, yeah.
So, oh, goodness. Oh, please, not a whole evening of this.
Game 4, cleaning. Game 5, ironing. It's wife of the week. It's back.
No.
Well, whilst we are in a break, shall I do today's exciting quiz?
Yes.
Is it me or is it flashing on screen? Or is that just
Is that
me?
the name of the quiz?
Old chair.
Is it? Does it look okay to you? Because
No,
to me,
it's flashing. It's flashing here as well.
Yeah, it's flashing a lot.
I'm going to unflash it because otherwise
yeah, it's awful. Why stop streaming? Why are you doing that?
Because otherwise it might set up some epilepsy. And you wouldn't want
that. Okay. No, you're still doing it.
Practice.
Well, what can I do?
So we have all evening to work it out.
Yes.
Correction.
Send me
Scott's
the
got
quiz
all
and all
evening
the
to work it out.
I've hang on. There we go. This should work. Don't
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Hooray!
There you go.
My quiz today is based on the long-running Radio 4 show Round Britain Quiz.
Oh.
There it is. Oh, now the questions on the show that I've doing today are probably not going to be as good as on the show proper. So this you could also call this Ruined Britain. You could also call this Ruined. Let's not. Let's call it Round. So this is how Round Britain Quiz works. In the show, two teams face off against fiendishly cryptic questions. But for tonight, all of you for our broadcast here can be on the same team. You could all work together and try to answer 8 different questions.
Ooh.
A full answer for a question without hints and giving all the information required is worth 6 points. If you can't answer it, don't worry. I'm going to give you hints. You will get fewer points for that question, though. So that's a possible 48 points. I'm going to give you a target of 30 to try and get through the 8 questions. Are we ready to begin? Good luck, everyone.
Go for it.
this will make you want to punch me, and I make no apologies. So here is question 1. A northern region of France, a heavy bomber, the lead singer of Radiohead, the meeting of Oxford and Regent Street, and a half or full way to secure neckwear. What is their favourite type of weather?
Well,
I'll
lead
read that
singer of
again.
Radiohead.
Northern region of France,
Tom
a heavy
York.
bomber, the lead singer of Radiohead, the meeting of Oxford and Regent Street, and a half or full way to secure neckwear. What is their favourite type of weather?
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
Oxford Street and Regent Street. It's just down the road from the BBC. I should know that. It's not Piccadilly Circus. It's up from
No, hang
there.
Oh, sorry, go
Um,
Circus, because Regent Street runs from Oxford Street to Piccadilly and has a circus at each end.
Okay. A half or full way to secure neckwear. That's a Windsor knot. You can
Windsor
have a
not.
half
And the lead singer of Radiohead is Tom York, so we've got York and Windsor.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably something.
So, are we going for like over castle or something like that? Because, well, let's see. Windsor, York. What else do we have?
So, yep, Windsor is right, and Tom York is the lead singer of Radiohead. Yep,
Mm-hmm.
Heavy bomber, Lancaster bomber?
it is
Yeah.
the Lancaster.
I don't know of a Lancaster castle, but there might
But
be.
there is a House of York, a House of Lancaster, a House of Windsor.
There is. That is very useful.
Normandy,
House-
then, for northern region of France?
Normandy is the region you're after.
that doesn't seem to fit the others, does it?
Meeting of Oxford.
Well, what have you got so far? You've got Normandy, Lancaster, York, and Windsor. What were you saying, Scott?
They're all houses.
Houses of.
Dave Matthews has got it on YouTube.
Yes, please do help them. I'll let them
You
help.
need it.
Everyone can contribute.
So, what's he saying?
Sorry. He's saying rain. REIGN.
Because they're all places. Yeah, that is good.
So what's the meeting of Oxford and Regent Street?
Gosh, I must have been there so many times, and that's really embarrassing.
Just check it. Not on a Monopoly board, is it? Because that's always possible.
No,
No,
it's
not on Monopoly.
Okay.
Going across the Central Line, there's Tottenham Court Road. Then you go west to that one, and then it's Bond Street. Oh my goodness
Well,
me!
It's not those.
Is it Tudor anything? Is it?
It's not
Stuart
Tudor.
anything?
No, not Stuart. But that is another way to tackle it. You are
Yeah.
absolutely right.
Um,
I'm going to give it to you in a second.
Orange?
No,
Uh,
no, I'm going to give it to you. It's Hanover Square.
Oh,
Hanover is another house.
yes.
Gosh,
That is interesting noise.
Yeah.
Is that winding up the punch?
So Dan's address is 193.
So, just to go through the question, this is why it was. The answer is rain. The region of France was Normandy. The heavy bomber, Lancaster. The lead singer of Radiohead, Tom York. Oxford and Regent Street Cross, Hanover Square. The neckwear knot is a Windsor. And they're all houses of English monarchs. So they like to rain. And so that is their favourite type of weather. I'm going to give you 5 out of 6 for that, because you didn't get the Hanover Square, which I'm now worried from David's noise is incorrect.
you're one block along.
Am
That's
I?
Holly Street. Holly Street is Hanover Square.
Oh, I'm still giving you 5.
I
And
need a webcam with a tube map on it.
And in fact, it's on neither.
Is it not? Oh, that's a great start. It was the one thing I didn't check in that question. Wikipedia will be right. Oh.
It's on Brook Street and Holly Street.
Well, you should have got it anyway from Hanover. Anyway,
It's kind of near Oxford Circus.
do you want an extra point then, David?
No, it's
In
fine.
that case, that's fine. I'll give you 5. Question 2. Why might Gandalf, upon his return to Paris, someone who had magic moments, someone instructing 8 people in a boat, someone able to be instructed there, and Sean Connery moving in the water beside them, all be getting together? Who else would be invited, and why might ITV not be happy about this?
Because they haven't released the press release yet.
8 people have voted Coxswain.
Yeah, that's good.
Why might Gandalf? Was Magic Moments Bing Crosby?
It was not Bing Crosby.
I was thinking Disney
Perry
for that.
Como.
It was
Perry
Perry
Como.
Como,
That's
yes.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Gandalf on his return to Paris.
Como is a Italian island, isn't it? Or
I think it is, but that's not useful here.
Someone able to be instructed there.
Cox, Como, are they all apples?
It's a good font, by the way, Dom.
Okay.
Someone able to be instructed there.
Sean Connery moving in the water beside it. That was that. You Only Live Twice.
What is your knowledge about Lord of the Rings?
Well, I've watched the film.
Do you want to do a spoiler warning here?
It's a 20-year-old movie, ish, and the book is quite a lot older. So I think we're fine.
Dave comes back as the White.
Yeah, Dave's got this. I think on
Dave
on
Matthews. Join the link's on Bob's Bar. Come and join the chat. You're very good at this, I think.
So what has he said? So upon his return, the White is interesting. Yes,
but why Paris?
Maybe it's. Do you want to say what Dave Matthews has said?
Hang on. What's French for white? Blanc.
Blanc.
Mm-hmm. But it wasn't. He wasn't Gandalf White. He was Gandalf
the Grey.
The
White.
LeBlanc.
And Cox. And
Cox,
Perry. And
which means also Aniston.
So you've got
the
8 people in a boat. Someone able to be instructed there. What would they be doing if they were in the boat?
Okay, so
they could row.
They could row, correct?
Oh God!
God, this is all done from Dave. This is all. We're just back solving.
Yeah.
And Sean Connery moving in the water beside them.
Swimmer.
Yeah, they would be a swimmer.
Yeah.
Which means Aniston's left over.
Correct.
Should be invited. Why might ITV not be happy?
Yes.
It was on Channel 4.
No.
It's Friends only on the ITV.
Because you're not allowed to have a congregation of friends anymore.
Yes, that's the government might not be happy about. But why did you say congregation?
Because that's how you describe a group of people getting together.
True. What's been in the news recently?
Viruses?
Well, yeah, about these people in particular.
Oh, they're getting back together again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, reunion.
That's very close to the word you want. They would be
Friends Reunited.
United.
Try to be owned for a bit.
Yes, so why might not be happy? Do you know why they may not be happy about this?
Well, it went bust.
So they don't own it anymore.
Yes, ITV bought Friends Reunited for £120 million and sold it for £25 million 5 years later. So they lost 100 million quid on Friends Reunited.
Wow.
So that question, Gandalf the White would be LeBlanc, because he came back. He went away as Gandalf the Grey, and then he came back as Gandalf the White. The person who sang Magic Moments was Perry Como. A rowing instructor is a Cox. Someone who could row, Lisa Kudrow, in the water would be a swimmer, but it's Sean Connery, so it's Schwimmer. Jennifer Aniston would also be invited, and they would be Friends Reunited, which ITV sold a massive loss. I'll give you a 4 for that. There was a bit of hinting that needed to go on. But a good, strong effort for question 2 there.
Yeah, apparently we're all playing Beat Dave Matthews on YouTube, who's apparently He's apparently seen the questions, I think.
So once again, Dan's address
all the
is
questions at the start.
3926.
Right, so you have some enclosed football here. They're not in hazmat suits, after all. So the social distancing thing has gone to pot now, I think. Or has it?
Yeah, I think I've usually seen it as 2.5 or 5. Some increment like that.
I'm going to stop streaming for now, if that's all right.
Yep, sure.
I'll put-
Scott, if you can put your scoreboard back on.
Oh wow.
Okay, so yeah, social distancing is not an issue.
I mean, there's a difference between like instant contact and prolonged contact and all that. So,
Well, is there?
Anyway, now you see why
yeah,
you may wish to punch me.
No, I think they're quite fun written questions, Dan.
they are great.
I'm
I'd have no
legitimately
chance
proud.
on my own at all, but I don't.
Well, this
listen
is
to
why
Round
it's a
Britain
team
quiz,
thing.
so-
Absolutely. These are meant to be slightly easier than round Britain quiz as well, because round Britain quizzes are just ridiculous. But
Yeah.
I'm happy if I can get one element of one question on round Britain quiz.
Yeah. It's 2-0 already.
Where's my umlaut? There we go.
the question on everybody's lips.
Well, this is the first time I've seen the on-screen graphics, so
Oh, 2-1. No, 2-0. Wow. Okay. It's a fast-moving game with a high-scoring game as well.
wow.
Blumchen claims to have never played football. So,
I mean, it's still just push the ball in the net. How hard can it be?
right, I'm playing you next time we meet, Scott.
I'm not sure why specifically
You're
this
on.
is.
Okay.
Not... God, sorry.
Oh, as long as it's not mini golf, we're fine.
Oh, I lost horrendously at mini golf.
No, you won. I had an 18-stroke penalty on 17.
Oh. All I remember is trying to get it in the free bonus hole at the end and absolutely failing.
Well, it's not meant to be easy, to be fair.
Well, I couldn't even get it in the machine.
That's pretty bad, yeah.
It was-
So those count. So
yeah.
I'm not quite sure why it is specifically called women's football. Surely it's just football.
Maybe we live in a more enlightened society.
Well, Germany's pretty good, I think.
I just said they're more progressive than we were, but
Well, Jasmine is absolutely knackered. We were told there's a 15-year age gap between them, and you can sort of see that of it, I think.
excuse me.
Yeah, for some reason, if someone does something in Discord, chats in the general, I think it lowers my screen. I think I can pop the screen out. I might try that next time, actually.
it's just the nature of the game. All switchers are terrible until you get the. Thank you, by the way, Thomas, for your updates. Thank you, Matt, for your updates. They're very appreciated.
Absolutely.
And thank you to Dave for solving all these questions too.
6 more wonderful puzzles to go.
And don't forget, you can jump on our chat if you like. If you go to Bob's Bar, there's a link to the Discord channel.
I think he popped in, just getting that settled. So.
I'm still having to refresh the stream every 5 minutes or so, which is quite annoying.
Well, it's 4-2 to Blumchen. 5-2 now.
So I've got the stream going, but on the wrong machine. So this is frustrating.
Oh, 6-2, immediate and rebound. They're not. I see they're not. You're not. When someone scores a goal, they're not respotting the ball. Pretty much, they're just kicking it out and play on, which is.
I think that's fine for this kind of stuff.
Yeah. 7-2 now. Is there a mercy rule?
Only 100,000 euros.
I hope not. Mercies for the week.
8-2 now.
It's still a
Jasmine's
minute
got
and a half in
technique,
this.
which basically involves keeping the ball down the other end, practically, which is a very good technique, really. Oh,
It's a possession game.
yeah, she's always on the ball. Always very good.
Which one's the older one?
The one in red.
Well,
You can't, yeah, it's there. You can't.
This is where you put your
Is there a
your
mercy rule?
substitute.
Oh, the ball's. Oh, it's not going out. It's in the corner.
I think you should get a bonus point for kicking it over halfway.
10-2 now.
There has to be a mercy rule, surely.
Yeah, the mercy rule come in 25 seconds.
Oh, getting the action there. Oh, it's actually Jasmine sort of blocking the ball from going to the goal, kicking it high, not kicking it out, which is interesting. 2 seconds, 1 second, all over.
Yeah.
Interestingly, after fashion.
Well done.
So an absolute thrashing. Hopefully, one of the later games. Yeah, just go and tackle them, and then touch elbows. Why not? Hopefully, they'll just dump a load of mud in the studio at one point. We'll have a mud track race at some point if cars.
I might have exciting interactivity later on.
Oh, the best sort.
Gosh, lucky Mrs. Bodycomb. So sorry.
I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that one.
Yeah, everyone just went away.
That's what she says as well.
And we're back. Good.
Yeah,
3 games all.
3
Game
points
4.
all.
Estimation.
Hey.
Oh, we love it, estimation.
Estimate how many empty seats there are in the studio.
Oh, that's going to be a question.
I want someone in when it comes up in House of Games, I want someone in the average just to go negative. Like my opponent has gone too high, so
My opponent is an idiot, so I am doing this.
Then you find out your opponent's been an idiot in the wrong direction.
They've both gone negative.
Look, if the chase can go negative, so can House of Games.
If you want a fun fact, okay, here's an estimation game. How many dice did I buy today?
It is a fun fact.
Yeah, it will be when I tell you the answer.
None.
69.
Did you buy them individually or as part of a game?
Not as part of a game, but also not individually. I bought 43 dice today.
Why?
36. 30, you get little tubs of 36 dice
Yeah,
for various things. So I bought one of those. And I also bought a set of 7 dice with all the different sides. So, you know, a 20-sided dice, a 6, an 8, a 12, a 10, that sort of thing. There's 7 in that. So 36 plus 7 is 43. because I might need to entertain myself by playing board games with me.
Or rolling dice. This is an interesting contraption.
How long will it take? So it is. They both have to have different answers. Whoever answers slowest has to change if there's a tie.
Okay. How many seconds will it take to roll down the lane? Thanks, Matt.
Mhm.
Given the centre of that is an orange ball, does that mean it's going to do really badly and lose horribly?
Hey, Rangers did fine in the last race.
Oh,
Okay,
I
I
just got the
suppose.
reference.
Go Thunderbolts!
Rangers!
Team Galactic, please.
Right,
Admittedly, that's part of it because I saw the name and the bit of me that's 12 went, oh, yeah!
I will admit, I don't like the O-Rangers logo, so that's making me question my allegiance because I want a cool-looking logo. How fickle am I?
Okay, let's play along with this one. For those who can see the screen, how long do you think? And you saw how long it took.
I
the
reckon
first bit.
24 seconds.
I'll go 22.
I reckon a bit longer. I need to see the contraption. At the moment, I can only see their.
Okay.
17,
I
says
reckon-
Peter on YouTube.
38.
Oh, less than that. They've gone for 66 and 46, which seems quite lengthy.
It will counterspin, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
thinking
it's Kathy playing from home. That's
30
nice.
something.
Yeah, it's not going to be 66.
Yeah, there's almost no counterspin.
So, what were your guesses? I heard a 20 to 22.
24.
And I had 22.
I said more like 30 something.
Look at 19 to me, so I think Peter Scandrett's the winner there. Daggy B gets the
Is that
first
the
point.
entire round?
That's best of 7. It's the same question 7 times. It's not.
Okay, round 2, ping pong bowling ball.
The time it takes for Joe Lycett to...
You mean Hugo Boss?
Yes.
Sorry, yes, of course.
I wonder how his kitchen is doing.
What was that one that was opened up by the mayor of Birmingham, or whoever it was? I forget.
That is correct, yes.
Now we've had to have some sort of large balance beam here. No, it was a bit far for a bit wide for a balance beam. How long has it been in centimeters? I reckon that looks about 4-ish meters.
Okay.
389.
Please.
Is it the weight?
It's
No.
the length in centimeters.
No, that's...
So it's about
I'd
what?
say that's 8 or 9 meters.
I was going to say
that's
about 10
not
meters.
8 or 9 meters.
Yeah.
That's not 10 meters.
10, 12, yeah.
More like 4.
Yeah.
I'll say 950.
Actually, maybe a bit more than 4, actually, looking at that angle.
I'm going to go
1040.
800. 877 for me. 1040 for Scott.
Peter's going low.
What are you doing, Peter?
Peter's going 530.
Oh, 530,
Wow.
yeah.
Easy point for us then.
A good point. Peter says difficult to tell if camera lenses like that. That's right. It always looks much bigger in television, doesn't in the studio.
Matt Clemson 950.
Yeah. If we didn't get a chance to do this, but like shows like Price is Right, it looks like it's on a huge stage. It's a tiny stage.
Yeah, I can't believe that.
Because you've been in the audience, haven't you, Scott?
Twice. Yeah, it's great.
Oh, nice. Weren't invited to come on down though.
No.
Next time.
Oh yeah. It's they interview everybody, which I'm. It's still very egalitarian about that.
So, Plumshin's on 750 and Daggy B's on for 650. Our glamorous hostess is wearing. Why only one of them's wearing white gloves?
Well, because it looks showy that way.
You think he should have them as well, really? But never mind. The answer is 783.
Wow. That's the. Those are. I will say that is a pretty camera-friendly tape measure.
Mm.
Big numerals for the centimeters. They spent extra time at the store for that one.
Jason Cook said 750 online. That's pretty good. That's the best
Yeah,
guess I
well
think. Right, you have a pad of paper. Let's just come up on stage. Looks like Belton's about to reveal something. And how many degrees is that yellow segment?
Oh, okay.
217.
That's so close.
It's going to be around that ballpark, you know.
I'm just getting distracted by the word winkle. I'm sorry.
I would say 6 pi over 5.
Okay.
Say it's probably about 200.
You're not far off, David, either. That's about right in radians.
Yeah, you're at 216. Yeah,
Yeah, oh,
you're
bloody hell. In that case, I'll go 218 to completely sandwich Nick in.
Yeah.
You got 220 from Jason Cook on YouTube, 196 on Peter Scander. It's got more than that, surely.
Apparently, it does say in degrees, Vielgrad. How many degrees is this?
Yes, but pi is 180, so it's a.
Exactly. But it's degrees, not radians. I'm sorry.
I'll be interested to see if someone gets it one that's fundamentally wrong, less than 180 or above 270. No, good.
Or even above 235, because it's less than
true.
that. It's less than southwest. Sorry.
Yeah.
You got 225 versus 195. I think it's going to be close to 225, surely. I suppose 2.
Yeah, it's got to be about 210 is my.
Please get a protractor out. Please get a protractor out.
I suspect he's just got to remove a card, unfortunately. Here, we go. Yeah. 211.
Ooh.
But very well done, you guys, on the estimating there.
It ended up being pretty close, but they're both roughly the same amount either side.
Yeah.
But
now we know why they've got cardboard cutouts in the places that they have. It's for this two-shot that for this cross shot that it looks relatively well populated.
Oh yeah.
This looks fun. Is this going to be how many of these glass jars would it take to fill that container up?
Yeah.
And of course they're an annoying shape.
Yeah.
So are you.
And I'm around the middle as well.
Okay. Once again, Dan's address is 35. Dan, what city do you live in?
Edinburgh.
Great.
It's which one makes it overspill. Thanks, Matt.
So so the closest just with going over. Ooh.
What's my view?
We have a new person on our voice.
Is the jar wider than the tube?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
At its widest point.
Oh yeah.
Got 24.
I want to say that there's 300 mils in a jar. The jar is about 4 liters, so I want to say about 12.
I think you're about right. I think it's
7.
A bit higher.
How many jugs are on there in total?
24.
I think like 15.
I'm going 19 then, because I reckon it'll be about 3/4. From a production
I
point
was going to
of
go
view.
20, and now I'm not sure I want to if you've gone 19.
I got
I'll go
first.
20. I'll come in 20.
Peter Scander says 17. I think it was 18.
I think from a production point of view, it'll be around 3/4.
I would have a show where it's just like 2 just to annoy you.
We are
there's
now going to
100
have
here.
a good minute or so of Elton pouring.
It's 12 versus 21. I think 12.
I hope he
seems
does
very
it
low.
well. I hope he does this well, and that it's not a poor job.
Anyway,
Right. I've given up on Windscribe and I've put my Tunnel Bar on. That seems to work for once. So that's
Hooray.
good.
excellent. Ooh, I think I'm a bit quicker than I might have thought initially, actually. 12 suddenly doesn't
It
seem
is,
quite such a
yeah.
bad
That's a lot
guess.
quicker than I thought.
It should have been like an odd shaped vase or something, so you
Yeah,
can't sort of
yeah.
tell halfway. She's going to be about spot on.
Yeah, Blumchen's pretty much on.
There was a prototype version of To Tell the Truth, like one from like the 50s, where this was actually one of the challenges, and it was just as riveting back then as it is now.
And that's a lot of gin to get through, I have to say.
Look at the colour, it's absinthe.
Yeah, gin is supposed to be clear, I thought.
It is clear, isn't it? Oh no, it is slightly coloured. Yeah, okay.
11.
Well, it has to be said, we were well off.
Richard Odman would give double point if you were spot on.
And
Yeah,
12
it's-
tips it over.
Oh.
Oh, surface tension first.
I will claim double points then. I think that's just nice of them just not make a huge mess. All right. Blumchen's really. Blumchen, excuse me. Oh.
Is it the weight of
The
weight of these random people from the crew?
That would be amazing.
Wow, it's a huge scale.
Just 2 random crew members. Oh, and Elton. Okay.
And 42.
310.
Hello.
Wait. Hello?
Yes, hi there.
Hello. Sorry, my voice meter decided didn't.
All right, you're still back on disc. You got to switch your Discord string.
What's going on now? Sorry.
There you go. Yep, you're fine. Your Discord's fine.
Cool.
There, it is now guess the weight of Elton and 2 random crew members.
Nick, are you able to share my
Your
screen at all
Yeah, I
or
can
not?
do that. Yeah. Oh, that's fun.
Ooh.
Okay, this is just a heads up for something we're going to do after we finish Dan's quiz.
Mhm.
If you can go along to that URL, tinyurl.com/djbquiz-r1, and anybody can do this, whether you're on the stream or you're just watching along at home. I'm going to try something out, and so if you just everybody goes to that URL, you need to just pop in an email address, and then it'll send you like a confirmation link. And then when you got that confirmation link, just hang on because it won't have any questions in it. I'm going to read the questions out.
Okay.
So if you just sort of go to that address, tinyurl.com/djbquiz-r1.
Do you want us
And-
to do that on the stream?
Yes, please. Everybody can do it.
Okay.
Yep. If you can just open a new window and just sort of have that handy, it does take one step of a verification for email. But once you've been sent the link to say here is your quiz, then just hang on because you won't have any questions in it because I'm going to read those out.
Okay.
And then we'll see if this works. But it's a jolly handy thing, and it'd be fun to try.
Okay.
It's the new quiz for Nation.
Well, it's sort of more like a sort of don't know really what you'd call it. It would be.
That was 5 years ago this month, by the way.
Kind of
264.
Actually, we're not going to be
So
told
Peter
how much
was-
Elton weighs on his own.
Yeah, Peter, I think nailed it pretty much spot on. He's within rounding distance. So I'm gonna give it.
Well done.
Daggy's vampire cough. Very good.
I can't see them weighing the celebrities on House of Games, but I'd
If
like
you
that
had
to,
a-
like the four
if
of
you had
you. Let's get on this. Let's see how much you weigh.
If you had a space of that distance, Okay.
How many seconds between the two beeps?
Jasmine's put a towel over her head for no discernible reason.
Well,
It does actually help.
Does it?
Apparently.
oh, for concentrating. I just thought you meant in
Why
general.
not just shut your eyes?
So is this actually a bleep test?
Yeah. No, it's a
Yeah,
20-second.
Hello, DMM JRB.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, what's your name?
This is Dave Matthews.
Dave
Hello.
Matthews.
Oh, the Dave Matthews.
The Dave
Fantastic.
Matthews of
Not the Dave Matthews, but
The
a
one
Dave
who got all the questions right. That's the one.
the important one.
Thank you.
That was longer than 18 seconds, surely.
No,
It was shorter than 32.
It was about 20. I say 20 still.
I said 19.
At least it wasn't a toaster popping up. Oh, bloody hell.
Who would do such a thing?
Great days.
That's a weird font.
This is now listening to silence. I can't hear anything anyway, but it's presumably there's no background music at this point.
Yeah, there's a little bit of light background.
Okay.
It's a special tension bed that they have. I haven't heard that tension bed before. But 26 is the answer, so Jason Cook gets the point.
Again, they're both quite close. Well, not close, but they're both sort of about the same either side. It's like a very, very
A very
Wisdom
bad
Crowds.
version of Wisdom Crowds. Yeah, exactly.
Anyway,
Like if they were on benchmark,
yeah. I'll swap back to Scott very quickly so that you can put the score up, and I'll put David's. Thing up very quickly.
yeah, you could probably keep it on the scoreboard and then go back to Dan. It's like I can put that up again just before we do the
Yeah,
actual
cool.
quiz itself.
I think I'm going to do the transitions for the rest of the game. That'll be more fun.
I'm just having to refresh my stream. Are we going into another game, or is it?
Another
Tanzan.
game coming. Dancing.
That That's how are you going to do?
Is it DDR?
Oh, that'd be fun.
Oh, it is.
Oh, amazing.
Oh, it's straight up DDR. DDR, which one? Is that 2? Which one?
Is this where you get to play guess which events they've had to bring in very quickly at the last minute?
To be fair, there aren't that many events where you do like wrestle with the other person.
Oh,
No, but the outside games have to be cancelled. That's 2 games I've had to find in short notice or shortish notice. I
Oh,
suppose.
I'm sure that they have 10 at least behind the scenes. Should they need to swap things at the last minute?
All right, it's been years since I've done like Afronova, but I think I could do that one. I want to see like a bid and note system where you have to bid on the difficulty of the song.
I haven't played
wow.
a dance map for years. I'm intrigued to see how they film this, how they direct this.
What is that thing sticking out the side?
The speakers?
No, above the speakers.
Oh, the instructions for advanced modes, like if you want to adjust the speed of the arrows or things like that. There's special combos There's special combos you can enter in. Like I can't read the fast songs unless I double space the arrows myself, because otherwise there's too much on the screen.
I think somebody pulled the plug out. it was on when it came on.
Oh, so a friend of mine, I don't know this particular one. A friend of mine actually bought a machine and wanted to stream it, and the arcade video format is completely different from regular computer video format. So it was fun bit of conversion to basically get it to work.
No, I really thought about that before.
Yeah.
Okay, definitely going to a break.
Going to a break, so we should go to Dan.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Dan, you get your stream going. Peter Scandrett has details on VPN stuff on YouTube chat. We had a solid Windscribe connection, disconnected, and it was still going. So,
hey, Thomas,
maybe
again.
Dan, share Dan.
All right, prepare to feel smart because
9.
You are currently on 9 points.
Okay.
You've scored 9 in 2 questions.
I'll get some crisps. So I'll let Dave Matthews gets questions right. So
I already know that I've joined. I'm going to know nothing else from here on in.
That's literally how this works.
Okay, well, good luck.
All right,
a wingless parasitic insect in South Korea, an evil incantation in Bolivia, what Oliver wanted in Italy, and a pollen producer in Iran. What roughly are in Norway? Talk it out.
Right. So if Oliver wanted more, then what's the Italian word for more?
I don't know.
Or what is more in Italian?
Isn't it?
Huh?
We, I think.
We?
We. I think.
How do you spell that?
P-U-I, I think? Or P-I-U?
We.
Pew.
Is in
P-I-U.
Okay.
P-I-U. Pew. Yeah.
Try and get some of the others.
Okay. Wingless parasitic insect, like a louse?
It is a louse.
Oh, hang on. More is an anagram of Rome.
Oh.
Louse is an anagram of soul.
So.
Okay.
Now we're rolling.
Well, to skip to the end, lose.
Why is that?
As an anagram of Oslo.
Correct.
Okay.
What else have we got?
Let's see. Iran's capital.
Iran is the capital of Iran.
Hornet.
No.
And well done to Matt, who got that as well, by the way, on the YouTube stream.
Oh, yeah.
Not quite Hornet.
No. It's a flower.
No, that's Honduras. Bolivia.
Oh, anther.
Yes, there we go. Yes, anther.
I've never heard of Anthem. Sorry.
So we've got Laos.
Bolivia is what we need.
Well,
It's like curse and
Curse is
Sucre.
right.
Curse and Sucre.
Sucre. Mhm.
Yes, La Paz is not the capital of Bolivia. It is the center of government, but it is not the capital. The capital is Sucre. Well, there we go. Laos is an anagram of Seoul. Curse is an anagram of Sucre. Moor is an anagram of Rome. Anther is an anagram of Tehran. So what
Tehran.
roughly in Norway? Lose 6 points. I can't book a single point.
Well done.
Question 4. How might someone looking for valuables, someone famously crying out for a nurse, a whipless father of the house, and Wallander all help you to tune your radio?
well, Wallen's first name is Kurt. He was played by Kenneth Branagh. He's
Yes.
from Norway.
You've said the important words that you need, but I'm not going to tell you which ones they are just yet.
Okay. Father of the house.
Is that Ken Clark who had the whip removed from him?
It was Kenneth Clark.
Oh, are they all Kens? That's what's the frequency, Kenneth?
What's the freak? Yes, of course.
Laurie M.
Very good. Yes, carry on.
I assume one of these must be
Is it Kenneth Williams?
Kenneth Williams. Yeah.
I'm going to
Well,
tell you
actually, I
that the
can't see-
second one is Kenneth Williams. Can you work out why?
It's Carry On Nurse.
It's from Carry On, not necessarily just Nurse.
Doctor. All matron.
Ooh, matron.
There we go.
How is someone
Yeah.
looking for some valuables? Kenneth Kendall. Treasure Hunt.
Very good. Again, and so why might they help you tune your radio?
What's the frequency, Kenneth?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I can't dock a point, another 6 points. Someone looking for valuables would be a treasure hunter, so it'd be Kenneth Kendall. Someone crying out for a nurse, it's Kenneth Williams for Ooh Matron. Kenneth Clark, he was the father of the house who had his whip removed last year. And Wallander was played by Kenneth Branagh. And they will help you tune your radio because you'll be able to ask them, what's the frequency, Kenneth? 6 more points. Okay. How's this one? Try number 5. If you depart with an irate monarch, then briefly pop in to see a prancing lemony bear, and then leave a car without having to pay at a Marsh's chapel, where's next? And what gesture might you do when you get there?
Can I say what gesture I'm thinking of?
It's not that one.
You can count to 1 or 2.
Well, the only Lemony I can think of is Lemony Snicket. So is there a bear in the Lemony Snicket story?
It is not, no.
The word choice is
Apparently,
interesting.
I actually think it's Simon Smith, but I don't know if that's Lemony.
Leave a car out to pay at free parking at Marsh's Chapel.
Oh, hang on.
Monopoly.
Yes. Free parking. Park with no
Just
rate
this,
monarch.
okay.
King's Cross.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it's
Okay,
King's Cross
King's
and
Cross. Prancing lemony bear.
You're on the right lines. You're doing exactly the right thing.
Is it not Monopoly, but is it railway stations in London? Would that be Paddington?
It's not, no.
Okay, maybe it is Monopoly then.
Is it an anagram?
It could be.
Lemony Bear anagram?
Marylebone.
Ah. Good one.
So it's either Fenchurch or Liverpool Street.
Fenchurch, Marshall
French's
Chapel.
Marsh Chapel. So free parking Fenchurch.
So Liverpool Street.
Let's go to jail, isn't it?
No, it's what's next? Going to jail with the pointed finger?
No, the stations
No,
aren't
it's
there. So
just
it's
a
King's
station.
Cross,
No,
Marylebone.
We've got R8 at King's Cross, then pop in, which is just visiting. Prancing
Yes.
is Marylebone, and leave a car without paying, it's free parking. Then pay at Marsh's Chapel's Fen Church. So the next corner is go to jail. Your point there.
Yep. I'll accept that. I actually had a different gesture in mind. There's one. No, not like that. There's one more square actually right at the start. If you depart.
Well, arrow.
Oh, go.
If you depart, you go. Yes, that's slightly hidden, but yes. So, how do you know how you would get from one to the next on the board?
Roll a 6.
Not a
5.
5. 10 on the side, yeah.
Yeah. So if you roll a 5 each time, I was thinking that you might do a high 5 when you get to jail. But I'm happy with the pointing finger. Absolutely happy with that. I didn't have to hint either.
Yeah. 5 point. Okay, I'll give you a point if you can name the name of the officer who is doing the.
I know the
Well,
answer.
I'm going to have to dock you a point for cockiness there. So no, I could give you all 6 points, and I don't know to that. By the way,
It's Officer Mallory.
wow.
David gets all of Dan's points.
And do you know the name of the person in the jail?
Oh. No.
Oh, he has a name, yes, and I don't remember it.
It's called Jake the Jailbird.
Ah.
According to an official Monopoly companion that came out in the 80s.
My stream is paused, so are we back yet?
For an only connect question there.
We are just back.
Shall I pause then? I think now's the time to good pause.
Yep.
We've got 3 more questions.
They're at the tutorial of the game, so.
Well done. That was 18 whole points. Boo.
I guess this counts as product placement, right?
You can put it on the scoreboard now, by the way. Top.
I've had my mic on mute because I've been eating some crisps, and now Discord is saying, we've heard nothing from your mic. So, my last chips, the sound of it.
Chips are good.
How are they going
they're using the
direct?
Japanese. Nice.
Ooh.
I mean, ideally, they'd have the arrows overlay.
Oh.
But
I wonder if they've done the demo while the break has been away.
Probably a couple of
I
free
did not
plays.
know DDR had a version of this song.
Was it?
Oh, there's like hundreds of songs, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't hear, so
It's Jay Girls Band Centerfold.
Oh,
but it's
like,
some sort of copy version.
Yeah. They have Eurobeat covers of every silly.
Yeah.
So the oldest time I've ever felt on a dancing game was when I was in Korea. I found a Pump It Up machine, and I told my niece about this, and she just replied, "Wow, that was really popular 15 years ago." And that was the end of that conversation.
It seems to be a pretty easy setting. Or looks.
Yeah, this is actually the rate I can handle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well, I
it's
could have handled worse stuff than I do, but I still can.
if you could return to the center, this is pretty easy.
I've just been told.
Oh, they're going by score attack. Well,
Yeah,
that's fair.
most points wins first to 2.
I've never seen a score attack on this one. Put on like Afronova or something like that.
For bonus points, can anyone remember which music video was based around Dance Dance Revolution? I'm saying ask this question not knowing the answer. So anyone can say anything. I'll go, yep, sounds right.
Oh, that was Aha's Take On Me.
It wasn't that though. I know that for a fact. I think it was a cover of "Owner of a Lonely Heart." I think a dance, one of those fantastic early 2000 dance covers. Oh, that's close.
Yeah.
Is it best of one?
They,
Is it?
No, it's
best of three.
Best of three, but
Christ.
and they're going purely by score. So I'm curious what click any. I guess they have to pick what songs they have clearance.
Yeah, there is that.
Where's the hardware that's extracting the video feed?
Yeah, you can get a capture card. There's output on the capture card. There you can get specialized equipment for that. It's like
Fair
$50. Yeah.
Do they make gen locks anymore? Is that a thing, or is it all so easy now to get signals that you don't need that sort of thing?
It's just that they were just a different standard. It's not a DRM thing. It's just they were just built differently.
I am enjoying the lights. Like
I'm enjoying the fact that
studio lights.
the commentator is actually just counting out the arrows.
Yeah.
Links, which
What
I think is
song's
the
this
best
one?
way to do it.
I don't recognize it.
Okay.
Me neither.
She just understand up and down at the same time.
Yeah. You have to. You get. This is where you start. We have to learn how to bounce.
The technical term is jump.
No, jumps are different.
Oh god.
Yeah.
This is where we could have done with Bothers's Bar regular Alex Richards, because he's a proper DDR enthusiast. He could have talked through everything here.
Oh yeah. Like I said, I can't name the song on my head. Unfortunately, I barely hear it. So, but it is. It's a lot harder than it looks at this level.
The thing is, after doing 2 songs, I need to want to have a shower afterwards. So this would be awful for me. I love playing the game, but I just don't like having to feel sweaty afterwards.
And of course, you can never play this on anything that isn't the ground floor of your house.
No, yeah.
Doing this upstairs is just a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
I was about to say.
Setup,
Sorry, go on.
Yeah.
just barely. Yep, that's 2.
Which is interesting because Jasmine's one of the dance background.
Yeah.
Oh, was it Dougie who won?
Yeah.
All right.
It was a revelation when I saw someone good at DDR and realised the whole point is where you put your weight.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you actually sometimes need to think about that independent of the notes.
Seeing people who can do it just so quickly, it's astonishing, isn't it?
People
I
that
mean,
do it
it
properly
is-
is really impressive.
It is practice in sight reading, and the worst feeling, and I've when I did this a lot. The worst feeling is this song that you jump a little too early and you try to learn how to levitate in a quarter note, and it's very hard because there's nobody. No, but it is where you put your. It is sort of like playing music. You want to look about 4 or 5, 2 measures ahead to figure out what you're going to do.
And there's a lot of use of the things at behind you, the back, the rail
They're
at the
going
back.
out.
Yeah, yeah. Ah, they're going out.
They are
They're not
actually
going out. They're breaking
They
the
must
law.
have got permission.
I think this is whatever. It is cart snail. That is a snail.
Okay, I thought it was designed after ovaries.
We're gonna leave that there.
So, the shape, sorry, yeah. But snail, fair enough.
It's cart schnecker. So,
The walk and talk.
everybody loves them.
They've got the red and white barriers on the left-hand side, so there's definitely a racing game coming up later. I mean, that was never in doubt, really, but confirmation right there.
Oh, the Eurovision poster. Oh.
So, they should go all Starlight Express and just have the racing car through the audience, since they're it's safe.
I'm hoping that for Eurovision I'm pretty sure someone will do this. They'll play all the videos or something on the night when it was meant to happen, and people will vote via Google Forms or something.
Well, I mean, obviously that was the thing they should have done, and it's like how they can't work that out. I just don't really understand.
Yeah, that was a weird. I would just go all out and just say, you know what, next year we're going to do 4 semifinals, 43 in the final round. Everyone just buckle in.
Thomas says there are fans organising that. That is very, very good to know. Because otherwise, what is a gay man meant to look forward to? I ask you. I can say that as a gay man. It's not sexist, sexualist. I don't know what the word
Oh no,
is.
it's the Gay Olympics, so
Yeah.
so we're told.
I thought that was Oscar night.
Oh no.
Okay.
That's so that more camp, I don't think.
You said that part.
That Owner of a Lonely Heart video wasn't the one, the Dance Revolution one. That's it was something else. I can't work out what it is. So
Right.
never mind. Right, so we've got a break here, but no, we're doing the walk.
Oh, Peter's got a great idea. That should be perfect. They should last year was the last show had the shopping cart race. This one should have shopping cart race with toilet roll. You just have to pick as many as you can through the studio.
Now, that's interesting. Is toilet roll difficulty international? Or is it?
No, different countries have gone for different things.
Yeah.
Like America's gone for guns. We've gone for toilet roll. I think some Italians have gone for sponge fingers so they can do tiramisu.
My favorite local report has been it's been different shortages on different days. Like one day it's just peanut butters is empty. No idea why. It just is.
That'll be when they've had the latest delivery in, won't it?
No, it's just like the day before it was fine, and then one day it'll just be out. So
I've got a friend who lives in Germany. I'm asking him what they've had shortages of in the shops.
I was reading Matt on YouTube. Apparently, Elton and Ron are talking about bakery and regional differences of it. Excellent. Apparently, someone shot a photograph of Merkel buying toilet paper in a supermarket. So, presumably, that means there's toilet paper shortage in Germany. I don't know.
And we're doing a recap of the game so far. That's
weird.
I guess we're just a little short on time today.
Yeah, sounds like there's a toilet paper panic buy in Germany as well. Yep.
This is one of those times when I'm sort of confused, but glad for a bit of American excessive. Out here, Charmin has mega rolls, which are 4 or 6 times the size of a standard roll.
Oh wow!
And so that will last. I usually buy that, and yeah, I'm safe for quite a while.
That's how does it fit on the toilet roll?
Oh, it doesn't. That's the point, But still, you have to have a special adapter in order for it to fit. This is not a joke. You have to go to the website, and they will send you an adapter.
Amazing.
Yeah.
This is news. This is I have learned a thing.
Hang on. I'm going to share a picture with you.
Okay.
Can you put me on, Nick?
Yeah. What are you doing? Are you sharing the screen? Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just coming. Oh. It's the whiteness of that is what I'm finding difficult.
Yeah, there's like somebody's got a video of that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what the story is behind it, but yes, that was.
There you go.
Now,
perfect.
It puts me in mind of a grindstone, and I don't want to dwell on that.
So this, I think, settles the argument of whether you should have the loo roll behind or in front of.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's got to go in front in this case.
And also, a great idea for Game 7. See how quickly it takes you to get all the paper off the roll.
Is it perforated? That's what I want to know.
On the original patent application for the first toilet roll holder, the paper is over the top and it's not down the side of the wall. So that conclusively proves it.
Right,
Wow.
but also gifts are pronounced gifs if you want to talk to the original guy.
Yeah, but he was wrong.
Yeah. I'd give it up on that one.
Peter Scandrus says that'll keep the Andrix puppy happy for years.
End up mummified.
You could easily use that to mummify somebody with.
Best friends or enemies?
So my mum works in a picture framing shop, and they buy rolls of brown paper for it to be wrapped in when they give it back. And yeah, the rolls of paper, they're about a meter. It's about as tall as me, just a little bit. So meter 3, 1.3 meters, something like that, wide, and a good meter roll diameter at the start. It is.
You're taller than 1.3 meters, though.
Yeah, it's not quite as tall as me.
Okay.
And that is a scary Mars singer.
My dad was a printer, and I've been to a print office, and the rolls of paper they use for newspapers are massive.
There's a YouTube channel that I love, Numberphile, which is very, very good.
Yeah.
Most of their background is done on that kind of brown paper. That's their trademark, essentially, and it's in that size. It was especially funny when they had permission and an airport, and they did a mile of pie, just all the digits of pi printed out on a mile roll of brown paper.
Wow, how big was each number?
10 numerals per inch.
Oh, wow!
Because that's a printing size. So that works.
I mean, luckily, pi's got quite a few digits.
Yeah. And of course, it was just a little windy, but that's okay.
Where did they find a straight line a mile? Presumably it wasn't a straight line. Presumably it was
an airport.
Oh, makes sense. Yeah.
What, on the runway?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be worried about it tearing under its own weight, to be honest.
They were. Well, what's the best part is that they made two, one to backup. So and that was later. That was later just held on to. We're not sure what to do with this. Does anyone want 90 pounds worth of?
Yeah.
So you have to circle around, I presume.
It's
come out.
It's a race, presumably. They're going to go around the track and then spin and then come back.
Oh,
it's on your practice.
Yeah, what do you do? Do you have a reverse? No. Oh, there you go. And she's just breaking containment, and
what's that behind them? Is that the next event? That looks vaguely like a swimming pool.
Surely.
It can't
They're
be.
not swimming.
Well,
no.
It could be.
Chlorinated water, the coronavirus cannot last in chlorinated water, so it'll be fine.
Well, there you go. It doesn't look actually filled, though.
No.
The game is to fill it.
Fastest wins. Speaking of which, I haven't found the full episodes, but they're clips. Taskmaster Norway is really good.
Is that
Is that Basti Test or that Storm?
No, that's Sweden.
Okay, yeah.
Norway is something else. It has the three major members of Ylvis and Kala, and I will spoil one of the tasks. They redid Don't Blink, Longest Time Wins. The winner got bored, called his family, said, and then told production that he needed to go home. Could he borrow a camera so that he could drive home? They mounted a camera in his car. He went and got food, drove home, and clocked off at 2 hours and 47 minutes.
Wow. Surely that's not possible.
Well, I think there must be
watch the task.
A genetic component here.
Yeah.
Has he got two glass eyes?
I'll link the clip. I'll link the clip on some, and I'll try to find the full episode because they
Yeah,
are
just check.
fans are subtitling them, which is nice, and TV Norgay is approving them. So it's just like one of those weird things of, when you see a challenge involving a drive-through at McDonald's, it's gone very well.
Yeah, I do have a couple of episodes of the Swedish one.
Yeah.
It was the Norwegian one we were talking about, wasn't it?
Yeah, and they've broken a lot of the tasks, which I think are, great.
Are these subbed? I can't remember.
They're not sub, but fans are adding their own closed captioning, and the network is approving them. So,
Ooh,
Nice.
ooh, a tie?
Oh my word! Photo
They have-
finish.
Wow. They haven't even actually started that one for me, so I'm really behind.
Oh no, but yeah.
But good to know it's a tie.
I think they're gonna have to go to. I think it's a frame. I think it's
I think it's
0.002 of a second.
frame,
Yeah.
but they may just call it as not.
I think throw that one out. I don't think
Yeah,
you can call it.
I
Yeah.
think you have to roll as a tie unless everything is that perfect. Yeah.
Looks like they're resetting to the same lane, say
Yeah.
as before, so they are throwing it out.
Yeah. That's the swimming rule, as I've learned. You can't be on. He's trying to find a spot to stand. There you go. Just making sure everyone's even. I hope it's ties from here on out. That would be the best.
I think it's quite skilled to get a tie, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine if it was a tie at the end of a Formula One race.
Has that ever
They
happened?
have.
No.
It
They
can't have
have.
done.
They've had a
Because they go to
qualifying.
thousands.
Yeah.
They've had
They've
a
had some very-
qualifying where the top three were all identical times to within 1,000th of a second.
Wow.
Mhm.
Which, of course, they didn't start at the same time, so that can't be called out.
I think the official rules there is just whoever sets it first gets the
Makes
top
sense.
slot.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all and they usually figure out like, can we just allow the ties to as well? Can we just expand the field? And usually there's provision for that. I went through peak of inspiration all the rules that apply to swimming and running when it comes to ties like this at the official level.
Mm.
It's definitely the case that the person that gets the checkered flag next to them is the person that won. And so on that tie, somebody did still get the checkered flag.
Okay.
I think that was just though.
Oh, good corner.
Oh no.
Whoa!
It was the last corner that did it for her.
Yeah.
You got to exit. She clipped the corner. That's amazing. I mean, they're proper drifting and all that, which is I think amazing now.
I quite like the handbrake turns right at the end.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Very Raab-esque.
Yeah.
I've heard back from my Germany shopping correspondent. Toilet roll, pasta, and flour, they're all low, but they're usually not missing in supermarkets, but they are. So.
Interesting.
But that's southern Germany, other parts.
Fair enough.
It's certainly the staple has been quite difficult to find, certainly locally. You can just go everywhere,
Well, that's why I ordered a stapleless stapler today. Yeah,
those are.
Ooh.
I didn't comment on this, but I have those. Those are amazing.
I love it. It basically it folds the paper in on itself. It's lovely.
Mm.
Only does about 5 or 10 sheets. You have to get a You have to get an extra one if you want a 10-sheeter. But it's special.
Okay, so fun fact: when I used to do Puzzled Pint, that was how I assembled the packets. The copy machine had a staple-free staple mode.
Nice.
But only up to 5. So when the packets had an extra page on it, I couldn't do it, and I had to use the metal staples.
Also, it takes up less space in a metal stapler.
Yeah.
If you have a stack of them with the staples in the same place, you know that takes up more space. In a stapleless stapler, it does not. Or it very much less the effect.
Yeah, it's compression. It uses compression. Yeah.
You're joining us. It's on Stationery Live this Saturday night on YouTube.
It is the highlight of the day. Yes.
I mean, Taskmaster UK showed me that an entire country can be correct about something, and that is laminators, which is like that is.
Oh yeah, everyone loves a laminator.
Everyone does. Yeah.
Oh, Greg Davis.
Yeah.
Sure, I've got a friend of mine at work who's well into. He got one at home and everything. We got him some sheets for his birthday once.
I did approve of your pens, Dan, by the way, on Twitter earlier.
I think 12 highlighters. I also bought 30 whiteboard markers.
Do you have a whiteboard to use them on? Or
I do, luckily.
A lot better. Is she playing Yoshi?
Oh, this is. I love the exit. You just gotta go for it. Yes, you won.
Jasmine's complaining her cart's slower.
It could be a legitimate thing. Who knows?
Right, I ought to refresh my stream at some point. Game 7, apparently Watchalong.
Oh, they did
there is a pool.
They did a swimming and shooting one.
They did do that once. Yeah, that's quite good. It wasn't very close, to remember correctly, because every time they missed a shot, they had to do a penalty lap. Yeah, and one was a bit rubbish. That was quite a long time ago.
They are pools, right?
Wow.
So drive the carts into the pools. First across the other side.
I assume they'll need to change it to a wetsuit or something. So there's got to be a break for that. Because no, those are waders. So hang on.
Oh no, they're going to break.
Yeah, they're going to break. Okay. It's probably Dan's quiz time.
As Matt says, it's apparently biathlon, but you run through water and shoot targets. Yep, makes sense. Let's go back to Dan for his, probably the last section.
Ruined Britain quiz.
Ruined Britain quiz.
You made the logo.
And a picture to go with it, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're on 27 points. You're going to hit 30 easily.
I have to say, that's a good, strong graphic, Dan, by the way.
Thank you very much. I made it myself from a starting graphic that I found on the web.
Nice. What, you didn't pay £100 for it?
No.
Wow. Because, like, only an idiot would do that sort of thing.
Yeah, I tell you about it. It's just right. Occasionally you see something, you think, I've got to have that, and you buy it, I use it. That was good, but it's not £100 worth of good, to be honest. Never mind.
I reckon you'll hit 40 points. I reckon you'll get there. But prove me wrong. Whoops. That's not. There we are. Okay, so that was we just had that question. Yeah. Question number 6 of 8. Why might Marvel be interested in the following? A football player from Kansas City, a small Eurasian musteline mammal, an extension to a skateboarding ramp from which stunts are performed, a hybrid of 2 distinct genetic lines, and a distance marker on the motorway.
Okay.
So is it the Kansas City Chiefs?
They are the Chiefs.
Yep.
And a distance marker on the motorway might be a chevron?
Yep.
CHE.
So is this to cars? Models of cars, are they?
Nope.
Presumably it'll be some sort of comic related.
Let's see. Mustelids are weasels, the stoats, the
Yeah, that kind of thing.
yeah.
Yep. But the one you're after is nothing you've said.
Yeah.
Vole.
No.
A water vole.
No.
Ferret?
Ferret.
What was that? Sorry.
Otter?
Ferret.
No. None of those.
A mink.
Bat?
No.
Matt says skateboarding ramp is a kink.
It's not the kink that I'm after.
Heard that before.
It's specifically a name for an extension.
Yeah.
What distance mark on the motorway?
You said chevron.
That's a chevron.
So a hybrid of genetic lines is a crossbreed.
Cross.
Cross, yeah. So cross, a chevron, a chief. And
Oh, these are going to be army ranks.
No.
No.
Good thoughts. It's close in a way.
Ooh.
If I tell you the extension is a vertical one,
What,
it's
a vert ramp or something, is it? Like...
vert.
Oh, okay. Is it heraldry?
Why do you say that?
Vert is green. Chevron is for sign on versus shield.
Yeah.
What was the other ones that we missed? That we had?
Chief. Cross.
Cross. Yeah, cross is it's
Cross.
so it's
Yeah.
shield. It's kind of like Captain America's shields. Is it shields?
Or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Agents of shield.
There we go. We're getting there. Yes.
Okay.
So you've got the chevron. So do you know what a chevron is on a shield?
Like an arrow.
Bit.
Yep.
Yeah.
A cross.
It's a cross.
A plus, basically.
Yep. Vert you said was green. That's
Green.
fine. Do you know what a chief is?
Is that something around the top?
Yes, it's a stripe of color at the top.
Oh.
So just the musteline mammal.
It's gonna be it's gonna be a colour.
Oh, is it ermine? Ermine.
Ermine. Yeah.
Ah,
Do you know what ermine is on a shield?
Purple.
It's a type of pattern.
Okay. Yeah.
Basically.
Okay.
And so why might Marvel be interested in them? Because
Is it Agents of shield?
They're agents.
indeed they are parts or agents of a shield. Right, so we'll go through them.
That's clever.
Is chief. Musteline mammal is an ermine. Ramp extension is a vert. Genetic hybrid is cross. The distance marker on a motorway is a chevron, and they can all be parts of a shield. So they are agents of shield. I gave you a small hint.
I think you gave us 2 hints. Yeah.
I'm going to give you 4.
Shame there wasn't an Argent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, that would have been good, wouldn't it?
I did think about that, and I thought, I don't want to be punched. So, question 7.
Bit late for that.
I've got faith in you. I think you'll get both of these questions without hints. Good luck. Nice short question here. What can be stolen, hugged, urgently issued, satanic, or simply upside down?
Bat. Versus. Urgently issued statement. Memo. Hoodie. Hug a hoodie.
What's the other? Okay, so I'm thinking flag.
I know what this is, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if it's satanic, it could be deviled.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Poached.
Yep.
Yep.
Stolen is poached.
Coddled.
Yes. Coddled.
Scrambled, urgently issued.
Yes, like firemen or army personnel.
And
Easy
guess-
over, I guess.
easy over,
Yeah.
yeah.
Simply, easy, upside down, over. So what can be all those things?
Eggs.
Eggs.
Perfect. 6 points. Yeah, I had faith in you.
That was all David.
No.
Well done.
Well,
You
he
cracked
only
it.
said one word, and then
He
you went,
cracked
ah.
it.
Oh, very good. Oh, very good. Final question. Here we go. A forensic accountant becomes related to hearing. A group of students becomes stylish. A young salmon becomes a deflection. The back of the neck becomes messy. Silicon dioxide becomes a greasy character. What turns into someone threatening and why?
If a group of students is a class, would stylish be class C? Adding a Y.
Go on.
So the young salmon could be par, smalt, or grills.
Parry. Deflection.
Yep. Okay, so that's par. Okay.
Mhm.
And Thomas has just got one as well.
Back of the neck. What's that? Not the nape.
Name.
Name.
Oh,
A
what is
nappy.
What's silicon
But it's
dioxide? Something SO2.
That's sand. That's
Sand.
well, it's sand in this case. As
So Sandy from Greece.
Yeah,
Yep.
Peter got that
Yes.
on YouTube, but on to Peter.
So yes,
a
it's
male
not.
cow turned into someone threatening
And why?
because it's bull to bully.
Correct.
Forensic accountant.
Ooh.
Auditory. Yeah.
Very good. So just the back of the neck. It might help to think about animals here.
Mainly.
No, it's got a word. It's got a word for that.
Oh, on a horse. Yeah, it's not the. Oh, crumbs.
With the withers.
No,
Yeah.
like how
Fetlock.
might a cat might pick up their young.
Scruff and scruff.
Yeah.
They are back from break, so
Okay,
but they
well,
haven't
that's-
started yet. So
Okay,
so
and
what turns into
can
something
you-
threat?
so what's a can you see the thing that I've done at the very end?
Why?
Mhm.
And
Explain.
why?
You're adding why?
Yeah, exactly. So
It's very
a
clever.
forensic accountant is an auditor. That becomes auditory, related to hearing. Class becomes classy. Par becomes parry. Sand becomes sandy. So someone threatening is a bully. So a
Oh.
bull would turn into someone threatening. And why? You are adding a Y. I gave you a small hint there, I think. So I'm going to give you 5. So I wasn't keeping track of any of the scores there. So I should have been.
We've got a 5, a 6, and a 4, I think.
Yep. So it's a bonus 15 points. So
42.
what's the life, the universe, and everything? It's
42.
42, and that is
Whoa.
Well done, everyone.
Well done on the people who spotted class. And those were the two I would not have done.
I really enjoyed that. Dan.
I
Thanks
hope
for
you're
that.
in.
Yeah, that was great.
I loved making those questions. I must admit, when I found a pun essentially that I could wrap a question around,
Yeah.
such as they are reigning monarchs. Oh, reign, fine. Let's just do that. Yeah, good. Very well done, everyone. You
Would
only
play
got 6
again.
points.
Enjoyed that.
Oh god, give me a month to write the questions.
You've probably got about a month, so it's fine.
It did. Oh yeah. Thank you very much, everyone. Well done.
Hooray!
Thank you.
Thank
you
you.
very much again.
The thing is, that I've never actually listened to Round Britain Quiz. That makes it sound quite enjoyable. Is it actually enjoyable? or
It's
is it
only been
awful?
going about 70 years, Nick.
I know. I don't listen to much radio. Is the problem.
It's very, very difficult.
Is
Yeah,
it any
it-
It's a
fun?
lot
did-
harder than that.
It didn't start off remotely like the way it is now.
Yeah.
It started off as a quite sort of, do you know this obscure thing or not type quiz.
Right.
Then they sort of, to try and help people make a sort of stab at some of the answers, they kind of evolved this style of everything's got a link to it.
Right.
And so they're all got sort of like a loose only connect type
Mhm.
link to it, or a wordplay link to it.
You see, like, if it's sort of thing, if it's that sort of Dan level, I'd probably quite enjoy it. But it's harder than that, and I suspect I'll probably.
It's a lot harder than that.
It's a bit more kind of there's a bit more sort of art arty and high culture literature
Definitely.
type stuff. But I guarantee that at least every other show, there'll be one question that you think is dead easy that they will really struggle with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Agreed.
I'm looking into that.
I think also just because of this is having words on a screen is actually very helpful to me. So
You can download the questions from the website, and so if you want to play along as you're watching it.
Round Britain Quiz is airing at the moment, so there'll be 4 episodes ish on BBC Sounds.
Sorry, it's right. BBC Sounds.
Yeah.
It's
I
not.
listened to one the other day.
I didn't realize they had like laser sights actually pointing to the targets. That's pretty easy.
What's the penalty
It
for
probably
not
makes it a
hitting?
bit better for television anyway.
The penalty is you've got to go through to the other side and try again.
Yeah.
Well, no, if it flashes, you get one shot. So.
Oh, I see. So it's first to 5, but every time you miss, you got to do another lap effectively.
Yeah.
So another go. Fair enough.
Yeah. One major thing is that it looks easy, but it's your blood is pumping, having to do at least this, and to steady your nerves right afterwards. It's actually the challenge.
And you're only allowed to
use
one hand, aren't you?
Yeah, you can steady, but you don't. Yeah.
It's interesting that they've got a laser sight, which was slow to have in natural biathlon.
I was reading someone who scratched part of the Bible onto the head of a pin or something like that, but he did it by hand, and so he said I had to listen to my heartbeat so that I could scratch when I wasn't, in between the heartbeats. It wasn't his breath that was the problem; it was his heartbeat. I just think that's amazing.
Wow.
It reminds me a little of the LIGO detectors for gravity waves, where they try to measure these very small distortions, and they have to correlate this with minor earthquakes. And did a truck pass by the front? The front. No, they have to correlate those events to make sure that those are all excluded.
It's best of 3, by the way. Thanks, Matt.
Thank you.
The interesting thing is, surely she should have to wade through the water to make it equally fair. No.
What freaks me out is isn't there some sort of apps that on your phone you can point at your face? It will tell you your heart rate just because the color of your face changes each time that your heart pumps blood.
I don't think they're very accurate.
No, the ones I have seen is to put your thumb over the camera, and they'll measure
that I've seen, and that's
Ring Fit Adventure does that.
Yes, it does. I love you, Ring Fit Adventure. You're the reason why I do extra laundry.
All it does is smear your camera, though. Sure.
Well, yeah, you have to clean it afterwards.
Yeah.
Then you won't take any more dirty pictures.
Whee.
Thank you.
Blumchen is faster, but the fact that she missed her first one last time.
Yeah.
And that's ruined her game.
The target looks a lot smaller. And it's quite far angle. It does when you close up to it. Of course, that makes perfect sense. But I think you know what I mean.
She's also thrown the gun on the floor on the other side. So
I think someone's picking it up for her.
Yeah.
Jasmine is swearing up and down the dictionary, according to
yes. I like the in modern biathlon, or the official one is you have to skate 5 mini laps is a shame.
Yeah,
and it's just that they're trying to focus, but it just looks so sad.
Daggy's not doing as quickly through the water, but she's controlling her, possibly because she's not doing as much.
Yeah, she's actually.
Well, she knows she's ahead. She also knows she's ahead.
Mm-hmm.
But it is controlling of. Although video games where you have to hold Y to hold your breath while aiming a sniper rifle are just silly.
You want to play?
I may have done one of them.
That game on the Wii, Link's crossbow training.
Oh yeah.
I'm slightly surprised we haven't had a revival in the shooting games. You know, because you could probably get peripherals now for your Wii or your Switch or PS4 or whatever that are now Bluetooth, so it's got a camera in your gun or whatever, and it can look at your screen. It'll be much more accurate than it would have otherwise been. I'm surprised that there aren't really any shooting games like that. I remembered a great game called Point Blank, which I loved at the arcades and also on PS1. They're not a thing anymore.
Eat up your battery
Well,
like anything.
they don't work
Yeah.
in the old technology with modern tellies.
No,
Yeah.
but luckily we could probably make something that does work now.
Yeah.
It's also
there were some Wii ones that used it to guide a cursor.
And if you actually looked at it, it was pretty bad. I think motion tracking has never worked even at the best of times. It's just so finicky. And some people just aren't in the mood of paying extra money for, unless your game's really good, to justify, an extra thing is kind of iffy.
Well, I want games like that.
Then again, Gordon Burns is really good at Super Scope 6, so
He is.
Or yeah,
as long-term Games Master fans will attest.
That clip floats around. It's great.
I've seen it for years. Mine got a Super Scope 6. I had a I didn't know the Zapper when I was a kid. It was very limiting in what you can do. I was figuring it used to be quite good at duck hunt.
Oh yeah, that's what everyone had it.
Yeah. Specifically the clay pigeon shooting bit. Now, surely we're not about to go to another break.
Well, they gotta get dressed. These proper shoes.
Back in the old days, they just dive straight into a changing room and never give everyone a good look. But,
just bang on the doors.
Yeah.
I think they're just doing the chat back to walk back though.
That was a good jacket.
What is
Milton.
We didn't get our temperature report. What is the temperature in?
Looks a bit cold, doesn't it?
Yeah, and what's the temperature after waiting through a whole bunch of?
Yeah.
At 10:30 at night.
It's apparently 4 degrees C, so it's pretty nippy.
Okay.
That does sound a bit.
What time is it where you are, Scott? Because obviously you've had your daylight savings. Ours doesn't turn up till next week.
It is 2:30 in the afternoon.
Oh, lovely.
And I bet it's sunny. Is it sunny?
It is partly sunny.
Oh, it was mostly sunny here today.
I'm going to say sunny interval. Sunny intervals. I'm saying.
Yeah, we have sunny intervals. It's called August and June.
Yes.
Sunny intervals. So that's just name a band, but it's not. It doesn't work.
That is June 30th to August 3rd.
Yeah.
10:04 a.m. to 10:06 a.m.
Yeah.
That's a joke I've pinched from Lewis Murphy. He says that Finland has 2 seasons, June and winter.
Yeah, that's fair. Absolutely fair. I a few weeks ago I was on a call with Dan and I had to tease him because we had a very dry February. I think basically no rain in this area, and then this forecast is weird. There's this gray lump and then these blue lines coming out of that. What does that mean, Dan? And his weather in Bristol was a little more wet than ours.
Yep.
Is it still raining? Or you're up to mostly sunny now, right?
Yeah. We've actually had quite a good few days, and there's no rain in the forecast for about another 4 or 5 days. Woot woot.
Yeah, we are under the usual mix right now. We're back to kind of a mix of some isolated thunderstorms. So
apparently you're all the Syrian coming up. So David, it's probably a good time to do a quiz.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yep.
If you stick
Game 8
on them.
Game 8 is Shamer Cash, yeah.
Right. I'm in the middle of something. Okay. So, if I just share my screen again.
Yep.
Find the right graphic. Okay, so if you weren't listening just a few minutes ago, you need to quickly, if you can, go to this URL, tinyurl.com/djbquiz-r1. And if you just sort of type in your email address, the machine, which I've just learned has been created by Will Jones, will send you a link to a sort of quiz form, if you like. So what's going to be quite exciting about this is that the quiz form will sort of automatically sort of mark things as we go along. So it's like the computer will kind of like mark everything as we play the quiz.
Nice.
Okay.
Will we want the form up on a separate at the same time as your feed?
Well, no, the first one's going to be completely verbal, so it doesn't really matter too much. I'm going to say that this is. I'm going to give you like a question marker, so you know where you are. Okay. You don't need to. There's no picture questions or anything like that for this one.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm just going to give you another 20 seconds to sort of go and get the link. If go to tinyurl.com/djbquiz-r1, and then you should get emailed a link pretty quickly. And then if you click on that link now, and then you sort of start register for it, and then I'm going to start reading out the questions. So, how are people doing? I'm
ready.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep,
So,
good.
okay. So it's just you've got boxes to type in 10 answers. Okay. So I will start reading out the questions now, assuming everybody's all good to go. I'm just going to just see how the chat is. Everyone's yes. You can click on the link now. Peter Scandrett, yes. Holger Matt's ready. Good. All right. Well, let's give this a go. So the quiz is called "In the Air." So that's a bit of a clue. Okay. So your question number 1: in the Harry Potter world, the Hungarian horntail, Swedish short snout, and Chinese fireball are all varieties of what? So, in the Harry Potter world, the Hungarian horntail, Swedish short snout, and Chinese fireball are all varieties of what? Okay.
There's no penalty for a wrong answer, correct?
No, well, apart from the fact you don't get a point. Okay, that's question 1. Question 2. In EastEnders, which character played by Gillian Tailforth returned to the soap in 2015 despite rumours that they had died in a car crash in South Africa? I just want the first name. In EastEnders, which character played by Gillian Tailforth returned to the soap in 2015 despite rumours that they had died in a car crash in South Africa?
Good luck, Matt, online in Germany.
Okay.
And me, to be honest, no idea.
Question 3. In the Old Testament, which nephew of Abraham was spared by God on the condition that him and his wife fled without looking back at the destroyed cities of Sodom and Gomorrah? In the Old Testament, which nephew of Abraham was spared by God on the condition that him and his wife fled without looking back at the destroyed cities of Sodom and Gomorrah? How are we doing?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
All right. Number 4. When written as a capital, which letter of the Greek alphabet looks like a triangle? When written as a capital, which letter of the Greek alphabet looks like a triangle? Number 5. Bill Bojangles Robinson, Eleanor Powell, and the Nicholas brothers were particularly famous for their skill in what type of dance? Bill Bojangles Robinson, Eleanor Powell, and the Nicholas brothers were particularly famous for their skill in what type of dance?
That's right.
We're halfway. Question 6. In which unit of the British Army, consisting of 3 regiments, do members wear a sand-coloured beret with a badge featuring Excalibur in flames? In which unit of the British Army, consisting of 3 regiments, do members wear a sand-coloured beret with a badge featuring Excalibur in flames? Number 7. Which six-letter word is given to olive oil that is obtained from the first pressing of the olives? What six-letter word is given to olive oil that is obtained from the first pressing of the olives? Number 8. In 2014, a Swedish mathematician calculated that what object could be knotted in 177,147 different ways. In 2014, a Swedish mathematician calculated that what common object could be knotted in 177,147 different ways. Number 9. There are only 2 English words that end with the letters R, R, H. Myrrh, the gift that Jesus gets from one of the Magi, is one of those words. What medical condition is the other? There are only 2 English words that end in RRH. Myrrh, the gift that the Magi gives to the baby Jesus, is one. What medical condition is the other? And finally, after Wembley, the London Stadium, and Tottenham Hotspur's Stadium, which is the 4th largest football stadium in London? After Wembley, the London Stadium, which is where the West Ham play, and Tottenham Hotspur's new stadium, what's the 4th largest football stadium in London? So when you've got all your 10 answers, press save, and then tick the 3 little boxes, and then press the blue button to send it, and then the computer, hopefully, will send me all of your answers. And we'll see what happens.
Not sure did very well there, to be honest. Well, Daniel Hurst pointing out it's Rob DJB Satellite Pub Quiz, which is a good Chris Moyles reference there for anyone who doesn't.
I am filing a protest.
No, I can sort out. Because
in our weekly pub quiz for the last 12 weeks, we have had a Harry Potter question. We refuse to have read Harry Potter. We have always gotten this point wrong, and now you've. So
amazing.
Yeah.
I'm just doing the marking.
Can you see our things coming in?
I think some people have got the questions a bit mixed up. Oh, hang on. Why has that happened?
I don't know. What's happened?
It seems to have mixed up a few of the answers for some reason.
Uh-oh.
So I'm not sure.
The excitement and tension. Watching this, by the way, Bloomston's getting very excited on the Blooming Steering test. She's just a bit too slow in buzzing in. She's doing a good Raab style.
But those are the best ones.
Slapping the desk in frustration.
Yeah, it looks like, I don't know, maybe I've gone wrong or something, I don't know.
What is going to happen?
Right.
I think it took me at least about a month to come up with the ideas for those 8 questions, by the way. I knew that I wanted to do a round Britain quiz style quiz for tonight a while ago. I was like, okay, I'll just hopefully try and think of these things. Then when I actually came to write the questions, I went, okay, I'm gonna have to just wait for the ideas to come to me.
It's
So
hard.
it's probably about. It really is.
I hate question writing. Well, I've been doing
too.
game nights, the estimated guess questions. It's really hard to try and find some sort of non-obvious twist to them. So it's not just how many goals has someone scored. Who cares about that? But if you can fit it into something else, then that's interesting.
I'm not doing it this time, but in my reserve, I'm setting a game called Prices Jeopardy, where you have to name guess the prices of different items. However, they're all from old episodes of various game shows through the years in different countries. So I will give you the date and the country it's from, and you have to guess the price.
Okay,
very, very hard.
That was a bit rough and ready, but this is basically the results. So Dave, Matthew, Matt, and Peter Skander all got 7 out of 10.
Well done.
So they're the joint winners. So the answers were Harry Potter was I think was a dragon. EastEnders character was Kathy. Old Testament character was Lot. Let's Look at Triangle is Delta. Bilbo Jangles Robinson is a tap dancer. The British Army is the SAS. The olive oil is Virgin.
Oh,
The Swedish mathematician is Thai. The RRH word is Qatar.
Of course it is.
And the football stadium is Emirates. And Dragon, Cathay, Lot, Delta, TAP, SAS, Virgin, Thai, Qatar, and Emirates are all airlines.
I think
That was the leak
got 8.
tweet. Sorry?
I think I might have got 8. I'm trying to see where I missed.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think it's slightly imported some of my answers wrongly. I did try and fix them, but anyway, I'll if you did got 8, well done you.
I got 4.
It's the first time I've used this software, so we'll see. Anyway,
I had to stifle a groan, David, once I'd worked out Qatar, having got the link.
I enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
Very glad.
I've been on mute. I've been groaning for 10 minutes.
There is no airline called Hosepipe Air.
Anyway, that was quite a clever thing. It's very clever because I can go in and change various things to statistics and it's finished now, but there's here we are. So you can sort of decide quickly which answers are correct and which ones are wrong for each question. So this is what went wrong is it says Delta for the first question instead of question 4 is Delta, so that is right then. These are not in the right order.
The questions aren't in order. Yeah,
which is a bit confusing. That's why I was a bit worried. Anyway, it's a brand new system anyway, so you can even sort of here's all the stats on the who got what right for which one. It's probably that's cool. That might be my fault. This first one should say dragon. Maybe I've got that wrong. Anyway,
that is very, very useful for.
Yeah, so for Dan, for your stuff.
Yeah.
You could have it takes fractions of a second to mark things once the answers are coming in.
That's really good. Is it like a different form for different rounds or?
Well, I've got a second quiz later on if people want to do that again.
Yeah.
I'm
happy to have a go.
But if that's the case, let me just. There's no quick way of skipping between streams, is there? Let me get the right. So if you go to this new URL, tinyurl.com/djbquiz-ron2 R2, then you can play the next quiz and we have a break. So it's just the same as URLs before, just with 2 at the end, so it's number 1.
This is cool.
And we'll give it a go. We'll see if it works.
So, not to bring anyone down, but I have a convention coming up in May that's 50-50 on whether it's going to go through with everything. and I may have a lot more time for creative outlets. So this will be fun.
That's a really neat thing.
Yeah.
I mean, potentially the use of that kind of stuff is quite infinite. Right, where are we with the quiz?
We're playing butterflies, just catching the butterflies.
Schmetterling.
Yeah.
But they're female butterflies because they're Schmetterlinge.
Because they lose their antlers in the summer or something. I don't know. It's the males that do that. Ignore that. They don't lose their, and that's deer anyway.
I did wonder.
Oh no, it's plural if it's got an E on the end. Schmetterlinge. Schmetterling is masculine.
No, Dan, you've got it backwards. So the male deer are the ones that come down from the cave ceiling. Female deer are the one that come from the cave bottom.
I thought male deers were the ones who always stood on the left as the camera looks at them.
Anton Doak. No.
Oh.
Even for me, that's terrible.
I could see you losing the will to live partway through it.
Oh, I've committed now. Abort.
Matt says apparently Jasmine had tried to deflect rumours that she's on The Masked Singer during Blamuia Syrian. That's fun. Of course, in Germany, it's a live show with public voting, so interesting.
Oh, that's a lot more problematic now.
Well, they're not doing it without. I understand they're doing it without an audience at the moment.
One of my favorite hosts, Tom Bergeron, was The Masked Singer Unmasked recently, and he was tweeting about his experience. Obviously, it's probably done differently, but it's like a producer found him because, hey, I saw you on a special before. You were very good. We worked together once, and would you like to be on the show? We have 2 costumes left. We have this taco one and this jellyfish one. Which one do you want? And he picked taco because that was the choice.
See, I thought it'd fit the costume around the contestant.
I think they do in the UK.
Yeah, but it's just like they had only 2 left, and just this idea of like, I can't imagine what the one in what that someone would just get. This is the only costume we have left. Here you go. I could just imagine that kind of show, though. It would be funny for me.
Yeah.
You to cut back some asking of Noel Edmonds very kindly to borrow Mr. Blobby.
10 Mr. Blobbies on stage. Jack Whitehall is the host. We judge on whoever's the blobbiest.
Of course, singing the Christmas #1 hit single.
Your country still has to answer for that, I think.
I own a copy.
Wow.
I got it for Christmas that year because I wanted it for Christmas that year. I do also own a copy of Agadoo. I'm possibly not the best.
No, Agadoo's Black Lace are actually pretty great, secretly. The thing is, it's difficult to comprehend how big Mr. Blobby was as a thing 20 years ago.
It was about 7 foot, I think.
Yeah. Hey.
But yeah, I know what you mean. It was a cultural phenomenon.
All right, I need some help, everybody here. So I'm going to Amazon.co.uk.
No,
Dan has a shipping. I already have Dan's shipping address preloaded. Let's see if I can find a punch to give him. Oh, 3-hole. All right, that's fine.
The 3-hole being uniquely impossible to use here because none of our paper has 3 holes. Oh yeah, you probably don't know. We have 2 holes instead of 3, and they're in different places.
Hang on, what? Americans have
holes.
3-hole paper?
Yes. You know how we have 2 or 4?
2 or 4, yeah.
Yeah, they have 3. They have
Wow.
one in the middle
and
and one...
bottom.
Yeah.
That's weird.
It's Strike It Lucky paper.
It's uniquely a 3-hole punch would be rubbish here. It would be uniquely useless.
All the good ones have movement settings. So
At
There's
the
some poor
moment,
person up there feeding them in.
I would no. I'm pretty sure that they're preloaded into the cannon. So Blumschens had 2 out of 7. Daggy Bees had 4 out of 8.
sorry, I'm still wrapping my head. 2-hole. Weird.
Perfectly standard and normal, I think you'll find. I'm gonna have to send you pictures of my folders. Just this is 2 holes.
Join us next time on Stationery Hour. We'll be talking about.
The thing is, if you're working from home, you have to be organised. In an office, it's a lot easier to be organised because you've got space for stuff. But working from home, you may not have dedicated space. So the little space you do have needs to be well organised. So stationery is a key component of this. Hence, different colour pens, different folders.
Right. I can confirm that, Matt, you did get 8 out of 10, but I think Dave Matthews got 9.
Fair enough.
But
Congratulations.
Dan, you've gone up to 6.
Ooh, what was marked wrong? That
Well, I don't know. I've just basically been as generous as possible, and if anything is even correct for any answer, then I've just allowed it. So even if you put the same answer for every question, you probably would have got 10 out of 10. But I presume people didn't do that.
No, but we know for next time.
Yeah, no. Next time I'll be a bit. I'll be a bit more wary.
You remind me of, for those who played Jeopardy or Wheel of Fortune or Family Feud, all the Game Tech games on like the NES and Super Nintendo. They mostly were substring matching. So if you didn't know and you did something like Paris or London, you would get credit. And I showed my friends the trick about this, and we wound up breaking the game by just trying to figure out what we could get away with putting in and have it still be counted. I would ruin the trivia part, but it was a much better party game when people could realize that they can cheese this by just guessing or being silly about it.
They're probably about due Rita Ora.
Oh.
And they're going to a break.
Okay, shall we brave a second quiz?
I'm up for that.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know how this. Yeah, especially if to go into music, because this is a bit of a long one. So I'm still broadcasting.
Yep.
So if you haven't already done it, tinyurl.com/dgbquiz-r2. Stick in your email address. It should send you a link. Now click on that link now. Now this one you will need to see my stream because there are some pictures of a type, of a sort to look at. So the URL's still at the bottom of the screen, so you can see what's happening. tinyurl.com/dgbquiz-r2. Okay, so I need to know the name of the country that has this flag. And I'm going to give you some additional clues. And the clues are going to be different for each question. Okay, so question 1. A is Edam, B is Gouda. So that implies colours. Okay, A is Edam, B is Gouda. So if you put those colours in, what country flag does that end up with? You see what I'm doing?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So if A is Edam, B is Gouda, what country does that give you? All right. Here's number 2. A is Eiffel 65. B is Coldplay. Okay. So which country, when you put those colours in, which country's flag is that? A is Eiffel 65. That's EIFFEL, like the Eiffel Tower. Eiffel 65. And B is Coldplay. What's the country? All right. Number 3. A is Dr. Seuss's Unusual Eggs, or Dr. Seuss, if you prefer. And B is Hans Christian Andersen's Shoes. A is Dr. Seuss's Unusual Eggs, and B is Hans Christian Andersen's Shoes. So which country is that, if you put those 2 colours in? Number 4. A is cornflower. That's FLOWER. Cornflower with a W. B is poinsettia. And C is calla lily. So A is cornflower, FLOWER. B is poinsettia. And C is calla lily. Put those colours in. What country flag do you get? Next one. A, in terms of the commonest varieties, A is lapis lazuli. B is citrine. That's CITRINE. And C is ruby. A is lapis lazuli. B is citrine. CITRINE. And C is ruby. Name the country. Number 6. A is snow. B is grumpy. And C is strong. A is snow. B is grumpy. And C is strong. Put the colours in. What country do you get this time? Number 7. In terms of the liquid, A is Voinier. That's spelled VOIGNIER. Voinier. B is Zinfandel. In terms of the liquid, A is Voinier and B is Zinfandel. Which country do you get this time? Number 8. A is Bond, B is Coventry, and C is Fleet. A is Bond, B is Coventry, and C is Fleet. Which country do you get? Number 9. A is Nikon, B is Holiday Inn, and C is Nintendo. A is Nikon. I'm going to tell you that it's not black for that one. A is Nikon. It's not black. B is Holiday Inn, and C is Nintendo. And finally, this is a tricky one, so I'll take it slowly.
This is a tricky one.
A is 3 or 4 points. 3 or 4 points. B is 9 or 10 points. 9 or 10 points. And C is 7 or 8 points. So we have 3 or 4, 9 or 10, and 7 or 8. Which country is that? And that's the last one. So save your answer, tick the 3 little boxes, press the blue button at the bottom, and I will see what happens.
I think I might have got 1 if I'm lucky.
That was hard. That was very hard.
Fun.
I am
I-
guessing 10 countries.
I could do half of it. I am not naming countries.
Okay. Well, let's say there's been a difference of opinion. Okay. Okay, I'm just quickly marking. Because some people have sort of typed in the clues as well as the answer, so it just takes a bit of time to. Oh, someone's been very clever.
Oh,
Wow. Okay.
I look forward to hearing about
Copy and paste all countries of the world.
that.
I tried that. There's a 50 character limit on a field.
Oh, I don't know how many people are playing with this because there's quite a lot of different answers coming in.
Well, there's 13 on the stream.
Yeah, well, okay, I've marked everything. Okay, well, he is a bit of a quiz expert. I don't know whether he's actually snuck a look at my actual answers somehow. But here is the. Hang on, I'll just bring up the proper link.
If you have a slide of Mark Lebet, I'm going to be.
Okay, so those are the results.
Oh, not yet, not up yet.
I
Oh, hang on.
yeah, I've got
Sorry.
that.
Yeah, you're not. You're. Something's not right here.
Just
Okay.
a black screen.
Oh yeah, that's weird, isn't it? Let's try again. Oh, it's because I swapped it over to the monitor, maybe.
There you go.
No, oh, that's weird as well.
Yeah, I can hear your. I can hear your audio in your. So.
Oh, okay, ooh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Right, I'll cut that out for one thing. Oh, that's weird. Why is it suddenly stopped?
Try sharing a screen instead of the application. That tends to work.
Yeah. Ooh.
There you go.
Oh,
Hang on.
oh yeah, there for a second.
Okay, sorry. No, hang on. Oh, I see. Yeah, I can definitely do that. Yeah. Okay. There we go.
Well done, Will.
Well done, blimey.
Yeah, well done.
Well, he
I'm
made.
very happy with 4.
Yeah, I'm afraid. Can't be. I beat Matt Clepson and I beat Scott Rock. I beat some
I
pretty
am
good
terrible
people
at
there.
that.
So I'll quickly go through the answers. Is that brought it up?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So we had Edam has got red wax. Good has got yellow. So that's the flag of Vietnam.
Oh.
Eiffel 65 is blue. Blue, baba, dee, baba. And Coldplay is yellow, and that gives you Sweden.
Just a notice, you have to stop singing because it's triggering the YouTube copyright.
You had Dr. Seuss's eggs as green eggs and ham, and
was
Hans Christian Andersen is the red shoes, and that gives you the flag of Bangladesh. This one is cornflower is a blue flower, poinsettia is the red flower you get at Christmas time, and calla lilies are white, and that's the flag of Iceland.
Yes.
Lapis lazuli is blue, citrine is yellow, and ruby is red. And you could either have Romania or Chad.
Ooh.
They are both.
I knew the colours there, but couldn't place the flag.
Yeah, well, you had 2 countries to choose from.
Thank you.
Mr. Snow is yellow, white. Mr. Grumpy is blue, and Mr. Strong is red. Gives you Russia. So this is a quite tricky one. Voinier is a white wine. Zinfandel is a red wine, and that's the flag of Poland.
Damn
But
it.
if that was upside down, it would be
Yeah.
Indonesia or
Yeah,
Monaco.
I've used
Yeah.
that question before.
I put Indonesia.
8, Bond Street is a green property monopoly. Coventry is yellow, and Fleet Street is red, and that's the flag of Senegal.
I was correct in that it was on Africa.
Nikon, the background color, the corporate color of Nikon is yellow. Holiday Inn is green. Nintendo is red. That's the flag of Lithuania. And finally, anybody tell me what this was going on about? 3, 4 points, 9, 10 points, 7, 8 points.
Archery.
Actually,
Yeah, archery. Yeah,
Oh.
and that's the flag of Belgium.
Which is annoying because I thought it couldn't be Belgium because I'd use that elsewhere.
I put it in twice just because I thought one of them was Belgium. So I
Ah.
thought I'd guarantee it.
So Vietnam, quite a lot of people got. Sweden, everybody got. Bangladesh, 50-50. Iceland, 50-50. Romania. Actually, only Senegal really caused people any major
What's going
problems.
Russia. I mean, that's a good question anyway. But
What are
Hello.
these colours
New
here
person on the
do?
audio.
Yeah.
Tantasaur
Yeah,
is here. Hello, Thomas. How's it going?
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right.
why am I special there?
I think all right. I think what that meant was the computer was certain it was wrong, and it marked it. it marked it definitely wrong. Whereas the other ones, I have trained it to say that's wrong, and it's automatically marked the other ones right. I think it sort of uses computer learning to a certain extent. So there you are.
That's very nice.
It's very
For- For the record, the game is Carousel Ball, and they have special graphics.
Oh yes, I have.
all right. I'll stop streaming.
But that was very fun. Thank you for that.
There we go.
Yellow's running out of balls here.
Well, that is a way to fail this.
Luncheon win.
They do refill the cartridges if someone runs out. I think 'cause this has happened before.
I think you have to take a long penalty if you run out.
Well, I have to
wait,
take.
those are collapsible hampers from this regular store.
You see, if someone runs out, someone has to take out the old box and put the new one in, whilst it's still spinning. So it's quite difficult.
Thomas rightly points out that in every other game it's always blue and red, and here it's yellow and red. I think they've obviously bought a bulk load of yellow balls accidentally, and so they've got to use them.
But that was like 7 years ago.
Yeah, indeed. Thomas thinks it's meant to be a reference to Connect 4, which I could sort of get, yes. But
It's just red and black.
no, it's red and yellow.
Yeah, it's
Where
really
you're from, maybe.
Yeah, Connect 4 is definitely red and yellow.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Maybe they throw carousel balls
see,
so often
okay.
just to get lots of use out of them.
Yeah. What was the thing that I learned so QI has been running a whole bunch of special clips on their YouTube channel, usually one every other day or so. And they've uploaded a lot of pre-show and behind the scenes stuff. And what I've learned is for the Christmas specials, they all wear nice jumpers. And apparently some of them are told not to take off the label.
Oh.
And I have this distinct feeling that they are going back on Boxing Day.
Yeah.
After filming them. Or sorry, after the day of filming of one.
Yeah.
What's the term for that? I forget. That's wearing something, deliberately not taking the label off, and then returning it after you've worn it.
Oh.
Apparently it wasn't Will. It's another Will. So
Oh, you could have got away with that.
so well done to Will that That's scored 10 out of 10. That's very impressive.
Wow.
Matt says, good news that the Eurovision official CD is coming out after all. So
Hooray.
you can listen to the songs.
It's only got about 7 tracks
Yeah.
on it though.
No, all the songs are made.
Oh, has every country decided on their song?
We had national final.
Oh, okay.
They've cancelled it, obviously.
So I've heard of so for this was an abuse at Fry's. We always called it the weekend rental when we bought something on a Friday and returned it on Monday.
Oh, like a game or a book or something.
Yeah. For those places with liberal return policies. Not that I did it, but I've never done it.
I know it used to be a thing.
So Dan, the reason why Seychelles was grey is because it came in as a late answer, and I hadn't gone to the page to say no to that.
A late answer.
Yeah, so like you must have been a few seconds late submitting your. Answers.
I came to that one later. Yeah, because I paused, filled in a few other answers, and then I came back to the Seychelles.
And thinking about it, I think the blue ones are largely mine because I didn't fill in answers for ones I couldn't get my head round.
Mm-hmm. Blue is unanswered, right? But yeah.
No, she's doing it again.
Given that they were all submitted at the same time, when you click the no. Anyway.
Well, Blumchen
I don't know at what point it actually decides to.
Wow.
Give you the answers.
Blumchen just had the worst possible thing twice.
4 and then stolen. Yes.
Yeah. She had multiple chances to complete it, but it just never went in when she needed it the most. As some of us know, all rim and bounced out.
I think it should be like if you get 3 out of the 5 in, you claim that column.
Yeah, but no, I think I like this version better. It requires the right kind of patience.
But I would just refuse to take part.
Yeah, absolutely, it gets potentially it could get to a point where no one bothers trying because it puts you in a losing position.
And then the other person can go for it. Because unless your strike rate is very good, if you're going to wait it out, you may miss 5 tries, which has happened to Blumchen at least 3 times, where she had multiple attempts at the same thing and couldn't get it in. So I don't think waiting is going to help you.
I mean, I'm fine with it. I just
I
it doesn't feel quite right. It doesn't feel quite rubbish.
Yeah, I suppose.
Oh, I don't think they've done that before. Turned off the lights on the completed.
No, they've done that before.
Okay.
Oh, come on. Let's make this close. I don't want to see a pie chart now.
This is, of course, one way of social distancing. It's being on opposite ends of a turntable.
The centrifugal force sends the COVID flying away.
Well, it seems like Jasmine's much more accurate, but it's Daggy getting the points.
But her accuracy has let her down a lot. But yeah, like when it's the last one, she goes.
Ooh. mean, Daggy just threw 4 balls there in quick succession and missed all of them quite impressively.
Do you lose a point if you start throwing the ball?
Sorry, he cut out there halfway through.
Oh, do you lose any points if you throw the balls at Elton, Stage Crew, or?
I'm surprised one
There
hasn't bounced out and hit him by accident.
Blumchen threw one at Elton just before the start of the previous round.
Oh, that's good.
I think it's worth it, even if you have to start with one less ball in your
Yeah.
arsenal. I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
What they don't know is there's a Brucey bonus for taking out Angela Merkel.
Hey.
They should
We have a
be
result.
knocking down audience members. That'd be fun.
Who?
Okay, the winner is the first person to hit the audience member who answers this question.
Oh no! It should just be another straightforward knowledge quiz. The answers are in the audience. You have to grab the stick with the right audience member and bring them back.
That'd be fun, actually.
That'd be something they could do on Takeaway.
Yeah.
Well, before now.
Yeah.
Well, this week, well, ideal
won't be-
for it, because there's no audience for it today.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it, so I don't know how they... I
Is
know
there-
it's down to an hour and they put in for a penny on afterwards.
Is there a pointless celebrities tonight?
Possibly, but they're all recorded ages ago anyway, so...
Mm-hmm.
There must be a lot of pointless episodes still in the can, because they were recording a massive session of them, weren't they? Like 50
recently,
episodes or
yeah.
something. Yeah. So that's good news for pointless.
I mean,
I'm sure the BBC will string that out to 5 years.
This is actually the question of like because I think you were alluding to where or like what do you think which shows have enough in the can to kind of last without disruption? Like,
Well, I think even if there are, Pointless has had so many repeats that
yeah,
it's just going to be business as usual for a long time for Pointless.
Right.
Same with the Chase, because they,
Mhm.
I think it would be understandable if they broadcast more repeats than they used to. That's fine. So I think the big ones are all fine. It'll be all the smaller ones that there must be enough episodes of Tipping Point, for goodness sake. They've done over 1,000 of them, so.
Well, it sounds like they're bringing Alan Carr's epic game show forward. Like, even though it was recorded into last year, it was meant to be going out end of this year. Apparently, they're bringing it forward to April, so they're filling up one slot with that.
Yeah. Because the U.S. is kind of broken through the news of they're not filming Wheel of Fortune or Jeopardy at all, and they've got about a month of supply right now.
Oh wow, that is huge news.
But they've got 40 years worth of repeats they could use if the worst comes to the worst.
Well, in some sense, Jeopardy is one of those shows that doesn't repeat. It's 260 new episodes a year.
Yeah,
which is still an amazing number. Sorry, 230 for standard. Yeah,
but like Chase and Tipping Point and Pointless would be at least 6 months ahead of broadcast in this country. So to say that they've only got a month of spare is cutting it pretty fine.
Yeah, I think it's just because the culture of you'll be, within a month or something.
Well, it's the culture of seasons, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the fact that, like, they do a year of shows and that's it for the year.
Yeah. So I think it's just they also have I think they do 2 filming days, then 2 weeks off, then 2 filming days, and 2 weeks off. It's basically, at least in terms of the studio.
It sounds about right.
But
countdown.
But but it's still like the I'm thinking of like the Saturday night shows, on the UK and things like that. Like, you can't do like reruns of Everybody Loves Raymond or something.
Blumchen just won that
with a very impressive 3 in a row.
It was a very good 3 shot.
And Matt points out that she has destroyed the tie.
Yeah.
It's not possible. The dream is over.
Gosh, this whisky quiz thing is potentially immense. The sort of possibilities that you could do.
Yeah.
You know, you could easily do a pub quiz for 1,000 people online and mark it within seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's definitely something I'm going to look at. I just need to know how the back end all works.
Yeah.
Like, does it do rounds? Does it do, what does it?
Yeah, it does rounds. I didn't choose to do it because I didn't want people who came in at the round 2 stage to worry about what happened in round 1. But yeah, you can. There's like you feed it all the questions, and then you just say, I want these questions to be in round 1, these questions to be in round 2.
Yeah. Or you can do what you've done, which is to put the placeholders in there and then do the questions, which I think is also very.
Yes, I think that is the way I would do it.
And like you could even, like, if you could do a multiple choice quiz, you could even give people the options. So like A, B, C, D, and like and then you read out the multiple choice question itself live.
Yep.
You know, like, which of these 4 options is the only country that's in Asia?
Because when I do my shows, I usually have an audience of 50 to 100 people, and I would love to see if I could do a live survey type of that. And like Pointless, how many people? I would ask them the questions, and then I would just say, all right, based on that, a live Pointless, that would be fun with a Pointless with a live audience. Survey that and see.
I don't think it would be quite useful for that because counting. I think it won't do that. It'll just do right, wrong.
Yeah, but I can.
But it's a good step towards it.
But I can. Yeah, but I can. But the concept is there. So there's definitely. Oh God, live Pointless would be great.
So when you and I guess it just generates a link for you, which you then you created a tiny URL version of it, but you just then propagate the link.
Yeah, so it gives you like a really
horrible,
like a master version, master URL.
Yeah.
Which gives you all of the settings for things like the leaderboard, the stats for every question, the marking page. There's a page to add like picture questions. You just drag and drop the pictures or the audio and the video into each question.
Very nice.
If you want to have it so that like the quiz is only available from like 8 o'clock to 8:30 on a particular day, then you can do that, and then you can either manually press a button to stop, or you can just let the timer expire, so that it's sort of done like sort of to exam conditions, I suppose.
I see. Yeah.
Then you can do that as well. I didn't even bother with all of those things. You've got options about whether people can see the answers once they're finished or not. If there's like particular players you want to delete or ignore the results for, you can ignore certain players, and then you can divide the questions up into particular rounds.
I think you've just solved a massive problem I was going to be coming up in the next few days with. Thank you very much.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, thanks for showing us. Yeah.
I thought you might find that of use.
Is good, thank you.
Yeah, particularly the marking thing is very, very good because like I had situations where, for example, people have put Eiffel 65, Coldplay, Sweden. Now clearly Sweden was the correct answer.
Yeah.
So I've been able to drag that into the correct.
Yeah. Because I do learn League, and that's actually one of the hard parts where it's mostly automated. Like, here are the acceptable answer variants, and I know that most of the day is spent making those judgment calls about, okay, here's what is right and what's wrong, and trying to capture them. That's crazy.
And I forgot to catch the situation about Romania and Chad being both correct answers, but again, that was something I could
you can
catch
fix,
in retrospect.
I like this round, by the way. Feeling the letters.
A Krypton Factor style tactile test, as Gordon Burns would have it. They've done this sort of thing before, but licking it, haven't they? Licking letters. So this is a.
Oh, okay. I was thinking like for me, if I want to get really tactile about it, I would lick my fingers and then touch. But apparently that would be weird. Oh, and it's half an hour. Time for a car.
They could have done this in reverse, sort of work out what letters are, then make a word out of them.
Oh, maybe that's what we should do. We should have countdown, but you have to touch the letters. You can't see them. We just slide in an array of vowels and consonants.
Tactile countdown.
I know that that Mark Watson's 24-hour charity live stream's up soon.
Is he still doing
26
that?
hours? Yeah.
Despite the coronavirus.
Yeah, he's got something planned. I was only skimming this morning, so I didn't see all the details. But yeah. But I'm looking forward to that one just because he's done. He that other marathon events are scheduled that same day so that he can coordinate with them.
Yeah,
which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if anything makes me laugh as much as knowing that there was a 24-hour countdown event, and at 24 hours it came down to a crucial countdown tiebreak.
Wow.
Yeah, it was within 10 after 24 hours.
Was it the same players?
Yes, same players, 24 hours, yeah.
So presumably they must have got through 15, 20 rounds an hour.
Yeah, it was like 2,480 to 77.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just imagine that the countdown music playing every 30 seconds.
I mean, the two people who've done this, they were recently on, like, within the last few years of regular countdown. They're Zarti's like one of the record setters, for instance. So like they know what they're doing. Obviously they like the show, but still coming down to a tie after 24 hours is just.
Daniel Hurst says there's a House of Games game called Can You Feel It, which involves rearranging magnetic letters blindfolded, but it's only come up twice.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'd forgotten about that one.
So I don't get to watch House of Games very often, so I don't finish work till 7 most days. These days, this next week, probably want to watch it every day, so that's fine.
But they've just wrapped up their
ended.
Yeah,
No.
you have to go elsewhere to find them. But there is a guy on YouTube who's archiving them too.
That's a weird old German word. What does that mean?
What?
Can you spell it for me? I'm currently not. The stream doesn't work for me.
I'm on an ad break.
So am I.
Yeah.
QUARZ. You are UHR.
Well,
you are
UHR is so presumably that's hour.
A quartz watch.
Okay.
All right. I don't know how far behind I am.
You're about
to go into the ad break.
Quite behind.
Yeah.
Minutes rather
Okay,
than seconds.
I might refresh them.
Yeah, you are 2 words. No, Quartzer was the second word of the set.
Yeah.
After the Beispiel, so.
I wonder if this is going to be the last Schlag. Just because it must be a difficult thing to produce at the best of times.
Mm-hmm.
And its ratings recently haven't been as good as they once were. Maybe it will get good ratings tonight because people are in. Who knows? But I worry that it's not what it once was, and if it has to be put on a break for a year, that they just won't bring it back.
Well, I think it's been contracted to the end of the year for 6 episodes.
Yes, it has. Yes.
Yeah,
So,
but probably so have lots of things. So,
well, true.
Who knows?
I suspect it might have.
I don't want to be a doom monger, but I think there's a question mark over it.
Oh, I think it's been a question mark over it for ages, but it still continues. I suspect it might be an early summer Pals, more like a spring Pals, probably.
I have a feeling it'll be like a lot of things where it'll still be popular, and then, but just not as budgeted, not as heavy as it once was.
I mean, it's interesting that we've had quite a lot of repeat games today.
Butterflies, the turntable.
I've got another little quiz that we could just do as a little sort of filler.
Of course.
Yes.
Right.
It's not letting me share screen again, so I'll just have to do the same thing. Hang on, sorry. I'll just have to do this instead, which should work, hopefully. Right. So, This is my holiday brochure. Unfortunately, one word in the description is wrong. So I just need you to shout out to me what's the wrong word and why.
Mhm.
So that's the first one.
I can't see
Excuse
the
me.
screen. Hold on. There we go. I'm trying to watch the screen. There it is.
This photo shows two of the most.
You'll be asked it in Australia's capital.
Mm-hmm.
It's Canberra.
So what do you think what the word that's wrong is?
Capital, presumably.
Correct. Yeah, because it's Canberra. Exactly.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's one to you.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay, so this is number 2.
Is it?
Buzz,
Yes.
Pluto.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Goofy.
Goofy.
That's goofy.
Well
Okay.
done.
All right.
You're sneaky.
Number 3 is this one.
Buzz.
Yes,
It's
Nick?
not Switzerland, it's Vatican City.
Correct.
Oh, I glossed over that.
Mm,
I was going to say
Number
Malta.
Number 4.
Buzz, you saw Edinburgh.
yeah.
Assuming that wasn't.
Yep, that was the mistake.
Oh, right. Okay.
That was the mistake. Yeah, that's right.
Cool.
Okay.
There
Here's
should be a
here's number
proofread.
5.
I'm thinking, what is this?
You do work in a library, Nick. I mean,
I don't read the books, though.
Buzz.
Yes, Dan?
Is it going to be the word good?
No.
Ah, I thought it was going to be like a bad omen for something. Right, I'm out of this one.
Oh, Buzz. It
Yes.
wasn't the 15th century. It was later.
Yes, it was. So you're out.
Buzz.
Yes.
India.
Nope.
Thomas has
Thomas is
just
buzzing.
given an answer.
Go on. Sorry.
It's in text chat.
text.
Oh,
his letter. He says Horn is wrong.
that's right. Because
Cape Horn, he says, is in South America.
It's the Cape
Yes.
of Good Hope. That's why it's a
Should-
good omen.
Oh,
Well done.
okay, right. I think these questions won't stand up to. We'll go to chat as a last resort, but
Sure. Yeah.
I'm hoping people are looking at the questions primarily.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Next one
Etna.
Yeah.
is that's right. Vesuvius, of course. Number 7. Oops!
Oh, yeah.
Hang on. That's gone a bit weird.
Zoom out.
Hang on.
Zoom out.
Hang on. Yeah,
Stream
Zoom
close
in.
up.
Zoom in.
Yep. Back to the letter game too.
there we go.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Buzz.
yeah.
Yes,
Not
Scott.
named after. It's not named after birds.
It was named after dogs.
Dogs.
Yes, the birds were named after the islands. The islands were named after dogs, or according to some people, seals.
Oh.
I don't think we can particularly play along with the words much. So, are you all right to play
Yep.
the
Yep.
rest
That's
of
fine.
these? I don't think the words game's that interesting to watch.
Sure.
Right, next one.
Buzz spiders.
Yes, Dave, that's right. Spiders, because they are not insects. They have 8 legs. Right, they get harder.
Okay.
Oh God. Buzz.
You just done
Largest.
is correct because
Antarctica is the world's largest desert. Sahara is the world's largest hot desert, for lack of a better term.
sandy desert. Yes. Number 10.
I don't think she'll like it if we just drop in.
And I suspect you might not be able to visit Stirling this year.
Well, yes, this was written a couple of weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, maybe.
On the show, they're going for letter words. It's great. Just to mess with them.
I'll guess that 11 a.m. isn't the right time.
Nope, that is the correct time.
Is it the flag showing the Queen is home? It's not actually true.
What bit of that is not correct?
It doesn't necessarily.
Oh, so the
mean...
flag itself.
Yeah.
If it's no flag there or a different flag that's there, then she's at home.
Yeah, what flag might it be?
The flag.
Isn't it the naval ensign that's up when she's home?
I think Pete's got it in the chat. It's the Royal Standard, isn't it?
Oh, that's the word.
Yeah, the Royal Standard. Yeah, if it's a Union Jack, it means she's not home. So, yeah,
that's why I hate the which flag is this, because I can't Royal Standards and all those.
Okay, this is the next one.
Okay.
Oh, Buzz, United States. It's UK, isn't it? Bermuda?
Yes, Bermuda is part of the UK. Well done. Next one.
Verse was.
Buzz.
Yes, Scott.
Oh, I thought it was his left ear that he cut.
But the painting quite clearly shows he's cut his right ear.
Yeah.
But
that's why. But
he would have been doing it from a mirror. So
Yes, quite right. So Scott was right. Yes, Scott,
wow.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, that's right. So Scott is correct, and you were correct. You're correct as well, Dan.
Dan has won the game, by the way.
Okay. All right. We'll do this last one then.
It's
Seattle.
Yep, Toronto. It should be Seattle. Okay, try and sneak another one in.
Ooh, $100 note.
Buzz, it's not 100. It's not the highest denomination currently in circulation, the USA.
It is,
but he was never president.
Yeah, he wasn't.
He was never president. No.
Okay.
Even though he's on the currency. Yeah. Okay.
Tower Bridge.
Oh, Buzz, you sneaky sod. Is that a sunrise?
Yeah.
Yes,
that's
good.
It's looking east.
That's a picture looking east because there's not enough skyscrapers in the background for that to be a picture going west.
Wow.
So.
Round of applause for that.
That's great.
Quite a few people groaned when I did that one at the parents' evening.
Yeah.
Right, hang on. Next one. If you've read my book on game show quiz question mistakes, you might find these quite easy.
Oh, you have another book out?
I distribute a free book about like common quiz question mistakes.
Oh, I'll need to go buy that.
I think you'll find
You don't need to buy it; it's free.
No, you've got him on the hook here. Go for it.
Someone was buzzing. Sorry, whoever that was, say yes.
2017?
No. Ooh, have I got you this time?
Did you stump everybody?
Isn't it just Joe Desbo not from Oslo?
They are.
Buzz.
Yep.
I'm just going to stick my neck out. Is that not a picture of Oslo?
It is.
Okay.
Is the word her wrong?
Yes, he's a man.
Well done.
All right, we've got just 4 more. So while they're setting it for the race, we'll just stick these in.
Basically, never trust a thing David says.
Okay, next one.
Right.
Buzz. It's September, isn't it? Rather than November.
It is September. Yeah. Very good. Yes. Okay, next one.
Is it? I was about to say, is it South Island?
But Buzz.
Well.
Oh. Wait, I thought the picture's the reverse. Don't they drive on the?
They've got to drive on the left.
So what's the wrong word?
Oh, above.
Yes, above, because that's not. That can't be New Zealand because
Yeah. Okay.
they drive on the same side as we do.
All right. We combined to form one brain cell. Thanks, Dan.
All right, two more.
Also, a question a holiday brochure that has a picture of a motorway as an attraction.
You haven't been to
Yeah.
Milton Keynes.
For good reason.
Wasn't Lee Olympics 1990?
Nope. So you're out of that one.
There's a few I could plump for. I'm going to go for undamaged.
Not correct, I'm afraid. Any more offers?
Was it actually recovered?
It was.
So only good news so far.
Buzz, is it not in the Oslo National Gallery?
It is.
Ah, darn.
All right. I'll take the bullet here. Buzz, I thought he was.
You cut out.
Okay. I'm questioning the word Norwegian.
Sorry, which word?
Norwegian. Second paragraph.
Oh, he's Dutch, wasn't he?
No.
I thought it was Danish. Okay.
Nope. I think I might have beaten you on this one. And I don't think I haven't got. I'll tell you, it's in the upper half.
Oh, it's not unique.
Why?
There were a couple of different
There's
versions.
4, aren't there?
Yes, there's 2 paintings and there's 2 pastels, so they're not unique. That's why it was stolen, but still there are. It's in museums. Very good. And finally,
all those red numbers. Yes, that's. Could be any word. Could be any word.
Buzz.
Yes, Scott.
I'm gonna third paragraph, line 1, red.
Why?
Red is a good color in China.
It is.
Excellent.
Yes.
Also, again, I don't think this is a good advert in your holiday.
I would have said that Dan. It was Dan's throwaway comment that pinged me on that.
Yes, red is good luck in China, so C's are red, and it's
So
good.
Do they flip red and black then, or something? Like in accounting, would it be the other way around?
So no, it's just because of red and green. They just flip those 2.
Okay.
That's it.
Nice.
Excellent. Thank you very much, David.
That's a
That
fun
was
one, yeah.
very, very interesting.
How did your parents' evening do with that?
With that, it ranged from about 5 out of 20 to 15 out of 20.
Okay,
Yeah,
pretty good.
that's
Spread
Good.
But they are teams of 10, so there's quite a lot of there's quite a lot of them. So I think the average score was a bit lower than I would have liked.
Yeah.
But I mean, even people weren't getting the Sydney not being the capital of Australia one. I was a bit disappointed about that. And also the Swiss Guard
easier
one.
As well, I thought.
Yeah, I mean, like the Swiss Guard being in Switzerland, I thought more people would have, especially a table of 10. I thought somebody on the table would have tweaked that one.
A little more obscure on that one, I think.
But well, for Americans maybe, but I think it's a fairly. If you do quizzes, it's a fairly well known.
If you've read any Dan Brown, you'd know about it.
Yeah, but that's the thing is that usually with sometimes when I have to write, it's like, do I have an audience of quizzers? Do I have an audience of non-quizzers? And I had to do an event at work, and where my coworkers are not quizzers, and so what is considered easy for them is a lot different from a standard quiz.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that there's lots of other words that could be the answer, there's sort of lots of red herrings, which is good. And I think that's probably why it's a little lower, not because they hadn't spotted that, but because you're not sure. But there's this.
Yeah.
You've had people on YouTube asking where you can get this book of quiz question traps.
Yeah.
Where?
Right. Yes. If you just email me, david@bodycom.com.
Okay.
That's David at bodycom BODYCOMBE.com. I'll gladly email it to you.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Oh, it's very nice of you.
If you're not a member of the quiz discussion group, and you're into quizzes, or the Quizmasters group, if you write and create quizzes, pub quizzes and stuff like that, then those are two Facebook groups I strongly recommend you
Okay.
join. And periodically, I will be pasting like updates every 6 months for any new sort of catches or questions that I find, so that this will become like an ongoing project. It's currently already about 60 or 70 pages long.
Wow.
So it's full of gotchas that that I and other people have come across in the past, and yeah, it's quite a document now.
Do you mind putting a score on back up, Scott? Sorry.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, my favorite thing that I did at corporate was the quiz. It was just a tenable list. That's the wrong screen. The top 10 countries that drive on the left, because everyone got the first 3, and then afterwards it was, and basically based on where people were traveled to. It was brilliant.
I'll see if we've got time to do one more little interactive quiz.
I think I was on mute. Did I already mention the prices as what I'm planning for next time?
Yep.
Okay.
I heard that anyway.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm having to refresh my stream a lot at the moment, which is quite annoying.
It's okay. It'll be over soon.
It's still the race, is it?
Yeah. They had literally still not started by the time we got to question number 18.
And it's just gone to a car.
Oh, okay. Oh, I also presumably Rita was not happening.
Oh yeah, there hasn't been a single musical act. Yeah, which I'm sure.
Yeah, good point. Hadn't missed her, as it were.
Okay. I think I might have just time to do a third quiz.
Ooh.
So if you just give me a second.
Yep.
I don't see anything online about her saying, "Oh, it."
What's this? I missed this.
Unless they cram it in right now, like right.
Well,
before.
we haven't had Rita Ora yet, so.
Oh no, we haven't. Yeah, well maybe she's been removed.
Right, I think I've been able to do this. So if you go to tinyurl.com/dgbquiz-r3.
Cool.
Okay.
This is just going to be I'm going to have to bring up some graphics in a sec.
Okay.
But so you're going to need to be able to get to that, register your email, click on the link, and I'll read out 10 questions. So tinyurl.com. Maybe if I copy and paste that box, I could possibly paste it over to my other document that I'm going to need to get in a minute. So tinyurl.com/dgbquiz-r3. register your email, and then I'll be able to do a 10-question quiz.
All right.
And I'm going to go across to
Which window?
my other hang on. Let me just hang on. The flagging questions, we've done those. Right, there we go. So I should be able to do this. Okay, so this is question 1. If you've got the URL,
Yep, I'm all ready and ready to go.
I've got your form. Excellent. Right. So first one is this mathematical puzzle. There's a link between the answers. The mathematical puzzle seen here, where a larger disk can't be placed on top of a smaller disk, is called a tower of what? So that's question 1. The mathematical puzzle seen here, where a larger disk can't be placed on top of a smaller disk, is called a tower of what? Okay, number 2. What's the name of this horse which carried the Duke of Wellington for 17 hours during the Battle of Waterloo on the 18th of June, 1815? What's the name of this famous horse which carried the Duke of Wellington for 17 hours during the Battle of Waterloo on the 18th of June, 1815? Number 3. A 1 yard wide strip of bricks is the only section of the original surface still visible at which speedway circuit? A 1 yard wide strip of bricks is the only section of the original surface still visible at which speedway circuit? This is number 4. Which famously hard type of steel from the Middle East, that's a clue, is repeatedly folded and hammered to create patterns like this? The secret of its manufacture is supposed to have been lost 300 years ago. Which famously hard type of steel from the Middle East is repeatedly folded and hammered to create patterns like that? That's question 4. Number 5. What is this author's 1998 story about a composer and a newspaper editor? It's the only time that a real city name has appeared in the title of a Booker Prize-winning novel. What's this author's 1998 story about a composer and a newspaper editor? It's the only time that a real city has appeared in the title of a Booker Prize-winning novel. That's number 5. This is number 6. Yorktown, the election of 1800, and the 10 Duel Commandments, that's D-U-E-L, are songs from which biographical musical, the set from which you can see here. Yorktown, the election of 1800, and the 10 Duel Commandments are songs from which biographical musical, the set from which you can see here. That was question 6. Number 7. What's the first name of the actor who has the number 9 in Elvish tattooed on his arm? As an extra clue, a tattoo from the body of his current partner is on the right. What's the first name of the actor who has the number 9 in Elvish tattooed on his arm? As a further clue, a tattoo from the body of his current girlfriend, partner, is on the right. Number 8. In which US TV series were viewers shocked when, in 1986, this character opened her shower and so revealed that the entire previous series had been one long dream? Series were viewers shocked when, in 1986, this character opened her shower and so revealed that the entire previous series had been one long dream. Number 9. This US sitcom character is called Jay Pritchett. His on-screen wife is played by the world's highest earning TV actress for the past 8 years running. What is her first name? This US sitcom character is called Jay Pritchett. His on-screen wife is played by an actress who is the world's highest earning TV actress for the past 8 years running. What's just her first name? And finally, number 10. Which durable paper is made from hemp fiber that was originally derived from a species of banana grown in the Philippines? Which durable paper is made from hemp fiber that was originally derived from a species of banana grown in the Philippines? That's number 10.
Well, I did badly there. Started off well, then got progressively worse as it progressed.
Once I spotted the link, I edited an earlier answer, so it'll be interesting to see if that somehow gets flagged up in your stats.
Well, as long as it's saved later, then it will correct it. Yes.
Okay. Well, I only saved once. That was right at the end, so
That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no idea what link is. I know it runs the first question. So one of the shower curtain one is only ones I'm guaranteed to know the answer to. So.
Somebody's put Horsey McCaw's face as the. Okay.
Daggy B 2-1 up at the moment, first to 4. If Daggy B wins, she wins the whole thing tonight.
I wrote Gary is the horse.
Ashley
I
Bash
nearly
has
put
joined us.
Steve. Hello.
Oh yes.
Hello, Ashley.
Hello.
Joined us just as it's probably about to finish, but never mind.
Oh well, I've been busy with other stuff.
Fair enough. Yeah.
But we're glad you're here.
We're currently waiting on David to mark the pub quiz
Yep,
answers.
and I have done. So just have to refresh. And wow, here we go. So the that's the leaderboard.
5?
4, I'm pretty happy with that, I think, to be honest.
I thought I got more than that. Okay.
I'm happy.
There we go. So the link was, of course, they're all cities.
Mm-hmm.
So let me go back through the questions. So that one is the Towers of Hanoi.
Mm-hmm.
That the horse is called Copenhagen.
Oh.
That is the Brickyard at the Indianapolis circuit.
Mm.
I guess that.
Well,
That's called Damascus Steel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm now understanding why I did get 5.
This author's called Ian McEwan, and he wrote a book called Amsterdam.
Mm-hmm.
That is Hamilton.
I guess that as well.
That is Orlando Bloom.
Oh,
and
good question.
And on the right is Katy Perry, because she did Super Bowl
49. Yeah.
Yes.
I spent about 5 minutes trying to work out what Elijah Wood's first name was. It turns out it wasn't completely relevant.
This was Pam Ewing from Dallas. This guy is in Modern Family, and his wife is played on screen by Sofia Vergara. So Sophia is the answer there. And that is Manila paper.
Oh,
Manila.
Yeah.
I only got that from the link.
Well, that's fine. Now, in the actual, I don't know if I can do this for real.
This might be over.
In the actual quiz, all of those answers actually made a crossword.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
But I didn't have it.
And that's the game.
Okay.
So, there we are.
And Daggy B crosses the line and wins 100,000 euros in the star-studded packed audience.
That is she's won in the minimal score possible.
She has, but not in the minimal number of games.
Technically, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm sure all that ticker tape flying about is not good for not catching any coronavirus that might be.
Given that 61 is the minimum that you need, what is the minimum number of games with which you can get 61?
11.
So like it would be 15 and 14 and 13 and
I think
12.
it's 11
Yeah,
from
it's
what I
11.
remember.
You must be able to get what is the least number of games in which you get 61 in, as in
Oh, exactly 61.
to get
5.
exactly 61. Is it 15,
Yeah.
14, 13, and 12 is how much? That's
54.
Yeah. So you'd need
7 more.
Well done to
So,
Eddie B from
yeah.
South Skitter
Fair
for winning
enough.
the car.
Yeah.
Well done, Debbie B, for winning this show. Well done, production, for managing to put a decent show on, despite the fact that there's very many things going against it. Well done for Rita Ora for staying at home.
They're also wrapped up by
I'm
midnight.
saying, but well done to him for hosting.
Yeah.
That's it. It's an early one tonight. It's 11. I just gone 11 o'clock here.
Well, minus two different musical acts would have probably and
Yeah, very true.
And ending at 12 was also very short too. But
I can never remember what time
this was.
Gone.
I was gonna say this was not a blowout in the sense of we had one guy that was rubbish at every game.
No,
it was just.
And she and our loser was perfectly entertaining in her own right. She's sort of bagged of personality in. It's what we like.
But the DDR.
They did a DDR game, yeah.
Oh.
By score.
Oh, okay.
Well, what other metrics would you use?
You could do it by max combo, or you could do it by number of perfects, number of greats, that kind of thing.
Yeah, but score is probably the easiest to explain to a home
Certainly
audience.
the easiest one, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the quiz match. No, and also thank you to Dan and thank you to David for providing excellent quizzes.
It was excellent fun
Yeah,
during the downtime. I enjoyed that a lot, especially the Britain quiz. I really enjoyed that. That was that's sort of my level of stuff.
You're going to listen to one episode now and then regret it.
Then never listen to it ever again.
It is much harder on the radio because they go very high culture, I think, basically.
Yeah.
I think also just a little thing about not having the words in front of you.
Possibly.
Yeah, but also I think part of it is when I do only connect at the pub, I spend more time on when I know that the answer is within their area that they know is a lot easier than name some operas. Like, okay, we'll just skip those.
I mean, Round Britain quiz, it's a team game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because as an individual, it's impossible, pretty much. Because the fun bit for me was talking it out of everyone. Someone says something and goes, that's right, yes, that leads into that and that and that. So, that was good. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. Also, hey, we didn't have any in terms like no best of 9 or anything like that.
No, it was yes, you're right. As Jason points out on the stream, actually,
yeah,
it was a relatively short event as well. But a question I was going to ask is, I can never remember what time they schedule the repeat on that comes on straight after it for that never be able to push forward later or not at all.
I think later than now. I think.
Yeah, I think it is as well.
Here we are. If you scroll down.
10 past.
Next 10 past 11.
Is this the first time it's finished before it's slopped? That's quite unusual and exciting. Anyway, on that bombshell, I'm going to end this stream. Thank you to everyone watching along on YouTube and chatting along on YouTube. It's been fun reading you as always. Thanks to everyone who's joined the stream in various capacities. Especially thanks to David and Dan for their quizzes. And we'll see you next episode, whenever that is. So until then, good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
Bye.
And remain indoors.